Yeah. We are back. We are back in video form. Hello.
Yo.
Hello, YouTube. How you been? It's been a little while. Just checking on in. Don't we just look so fantastic? So yes, we are back and ready to rock and roll.
Hell
for
yeah.
Yet another episode of Spawn Respawn. Well, I think it's time to kick it off. What do you guys reckon?
Sounds good.
All right. Well, welcome to Spawn Respawn, a weekly podcast dedicated to gaming news, culture, and nostalgia. We have a bit of a special episode cooked up, as we usually do. As you can tell, more special indeed. And you can tell by the title, we're going to be talking about the Game Awards, which is fast approaching. We're also going to be talking about our favorite PlayStation moments over the past few years, just because, you know what, the 25th anniversary of PlayStation has come and gone, and it's just made us think about our nostalgic moments.
Yeah, nostalgia.
Sentimental.
Good old PS. It's in our
A little bit
tagline.
of PS.
Yeah. PS, I love you, PlayStation. So what's good? What's
cute.
good? What's good? Before we kick off, before we start jumping into all kinds of goodness that we have planned, I just want to ask a few questions of you guys, if you don't mind. How you going?
Yeah, good, brother.
You going all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
You didn't introduce yourself.
Oh,
Yeah, who are you, man?
I asked myself that question more times than I want to admit. But my name is Dylan Smith. You can find me on Twitter at CitizenSmith14.
Plugging it early.
I know.
Love
We
that.
usually do that for the end, but Papa needs some more Twitter followers. Yeah, we're trying to get some marketing deals. But yes, my name's Dylan Smith, and I'm
Love it.
joined by Kat Jerriton
Yo.
and Elliot Porter.
Yeah.
As we usually
What's
are.
up?
What's up, crew?
What's up?
Oh, what's up,
baby?
Now we're back in video form.
We
I'm
are.
just
It's
so
awesome.
happy to be doing this stream. So hit us up in the comments. Let us know if you have any questions for us. See if you ask us anything you want. I mean, we're pretty
Anything at
open,
all.
right?
Yep.
We're open books. We're pretty
We try.
transparent. So yeah, hit us up in the comments and we'll see what's good.
Yeah.
But yes, let me get back to what I was saying before. Hey, going?
Yeah,
Hang
really
on.
good.
Going all
Really
right?
good.
Yeah,
Saw
good.
the sky for the first time in 2 weeks today.
Oh, true.
Did
Not because I've
fire's
been
been
like
rough.
locked inside or anything, but there's fires everywhere.
Yeah, it's mid-apocalypse here in Australia.
Quite literally.
Yeah, it's been
but
bad.
Blue
It's pretty
skies. Beautiful.
We've been
Loved
looking
it.
up and it's like reminding me of like the planet from June. Where it's just
Yeah,
like
yes.
Yeah, it's
hell
whack.
desert, or like
Rockets.
Tatooine or something.
When you can
like that.
literally look at the sun and there's no blot on your eye because it's just a perfect red circle.
Yes.
Looks like,
I'm sure
it looks
it's
like another
not-
planet in the
I
sky.
shouldn't be
It's
able to
nuts.
look at the sun. No.
Yeah.
But
So
we
that was
have been.
glorious.
Yeah.
Love that.
What about you? How you going,
Yeah,
Kat?
pretty good, man.
That's
Just
good.
been chilling.
Chilling, killing.
Yeah.
Word. Word.
Word.
Where do you
What
grab
about you, brother?
Oh yeah, you know me.
Oh,
guys,
yeah.
I'm just getting it done. Been been good today. I had off, which is pretty cool.
Sweet. Yeah, me
So
too.
I skipped the gym because I'm a little bitch, and yeah, I've just been playing some games and watching some Star Wars because it tis the season for Star Wars at the
Tis the
moment.
season.
It is.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm trying to do what you're doing, but
I actually watched episode 1 last night, so
Nice. I've watched
gonna
the
start.
prequels so
Heck
far,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna watch. I think I might watch New Hope tonight. So
Dang.
going through all the way up to episode 8. So
Yeah.
just in time for episode 9.
You can include like all of those like Clone Wars and
Nah.
like Rebels and all that.
Nah,
Every
no,
episode of
no.
Clone Wars.
Tash is like, so do we watch Clone Wars now after episode 2? I'm like, no, we will
Not at
literally
all.
be watching for days on end. I've watched it all before though, but it's really good.
Yeah, fair enough.
Huge rate the Clone Wars highly.
Big rate for that one.
Big rate.
I haven't checked it out yet. I think I watched it when I was like a kid or some shit like that. It's been around for that long, right?
Yeah, maybe 10 years. I don't know.
And when you were an older child,
Old, yeah, 12 or some shit like that. I
that's
don't
still
know.
kiddie.
You know that, yeah.
Still a little baby. Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah, it's good, but
Yeah. Cool. Cool. All I want to see from that shit is just like Darth Maul with the spider legs.
yes,
That's all I want
Yeah.
to see, and then I'm done.
it is pretty cool actually. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
He comes back with normal legs again as well.
Oh, what?
That's
Nice.
even better.
Why though?
Because he gets rid of
Fashion.
the spider legs.
Cuts them off.
Why are they giving these super sick spider legs and be like,
I
nah.
can't remember the story behind it, but
No,
yeah, I'm
he's
pretty
not
sure he
bad
gets
at it.
normal legs again.
Oh well, this isn't a Star Wars podcast.
Yeah,
so
nah.
we
Unfortunately,
might scoop on into some of the stuff we usually do. For example, what games have we been playing? Kat, what have you
Yeah.
been getting your gritty little hands all over?
I finally really did start Horizon Zero Dawn. I
There
did
you go.
it, man.
You took the advice. That's
I
good to hear.
did. It's been pretty chill. You know, it's got dinosaurs that I like. It's got robots that I like. It's
Yeah.
got bow and arrow that I like.
That's
Like,
cool.
I'm having a good time.
Robo
jumping around.
dinos and arrows
Hell
and
yeah.
all kinds of O's.
Hell
so very
yeah.
cool. Very cool.
I suck at it, but it's cool.
really?
It's hard. It's hard.
I just like, I really like to do things stealthily. And then when you can't kill stuff in one hit, I'm like, oh, they're yellow and alert. I'll wait a minute until they're not alert anymore. I'm just
Yeah.
like, ping.
Nice.
Okay, I'll wait another
It-
minute. Like,
It does get exponentially easier as Aloy gets like a lot
Striker.
more powerful, like way more powerful,
Yeah,
like
I did-
unstoppable powerful.
I did one of those. I did my first one of those big triangle doors.
Yeah.
They come down. I just did my first one of those and killed like the fire bellowback.
Oh yeah.
Their ass. Like,
There.
get away from me.
When you get up to
dude.
like those robot crocodiles as well, it's like
Haven't seen them. The
Yeah, they're a
scuttly
bit far
bugs. I'm not about that guy where he's got the shield on the front,
Hmm.
and shoots the lightning. I was like, don't touch me, bruh. Leave me alone.
Oh, man.
I'm
I
doing my own thing. Where'd you come
I
from?
want to go back and play it. The only copy of the game I had is now in Brisbane, so I'm like, I'm
Rip.
probably gonna buy it again.
Big
so.
rippers. I don't
have
have
it.
You
the.
have it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
I was gonna borrow it.
Yeah, please.
I can play it on PS4 Pro.
Yeah.
Do you have the
You can do it on
DLC?
pretend 4K.
Did you play the DLC?
No, I didn't do the DLC.
Neither.
Frozen Wilds.
There's a whole different section of like achievements for it.
Hmm.
Like when you go into the trophy list, it's got two extra trophy lists for Frozen Wilds, and I was like,
Huh.
what?
Dang, wow.
What? Also, my brother played it on my PlayStation account, so I can't get any of the achievements.
Oh, what?
he's-
Damn.
well, I assume I'll get some eventually.
Is it
but
because you've already got them, or
yeah, because he got them on my
yeah?
account.
Oh, okay.
Bastard.
I mean, like, you kind of saved you all the hard work, right?
Yeah, he did.
It's so satisfying.
It is.
I know,
it is.
It's
I'm
not as
sad.
satisfying getting trophies as it is achievements.
Look,
I'm
I
sorry to put it out
don't
there.
give a
I'd agree
shit.
with
As
that.
soon as it pops, I'm like, I did something.
I did a thing.
I did something.
Yeah, nice.
But it,
I was
yeah.
thinking about
I
playing it
reckon-
over the summer.
Have you
at
played
some
it
point.
before?
No.
Oh,
I
okay. Well,
haven't.
then don't lend it to me. Bitch.
Yeah,
Play
get on
Play it
it,
yourself.
man.
Yeah. Oh, I've just got so many other things. to
You and
play
your
then.
backlog, the
Oh.
ever expanding backlog.
And then I bought Dishonored. No,
Look, there's a lot of games that I
actually
want to
really
play.
like Dishonored.
I'm about to start that soon.
I figured it was time though. But boys, it broke my PlayStation. like
Yeah.
So PlayStation has this bug. One of the best PlayStation moments in 25 years, guys.
Oh, getting a bit ahead of ourselves.
PlayStation has this bug, PlayStation 4, where it will be randomly triggered and it will cut the center audio from your speakers, and it's unfixable. Sometimes apparently it will randomly fix itself, but downloading Horizon Zero Dawn
Yeah.
fucked it for me. And you know how normally
Just downloading it. You hadn't
just
even.
download it. I hadn't even opened it. You know how
And
normally
it ruined your center speaker.
it ruined
That
my
makes
center
no
speaker.
sense. How is
Superior
that not-
Japanese engineering.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You know how like normally when you switch between the menu items like sideways, it's like ding 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 ding.
Yeah.
You can't hear that because
What?
it ruined that sound
What,
output.
like, and it still is, like, still is happening.
Yeah, it's done.
What?
Like it's ruined, and they're like the way you fix it is by using the optical out. And I was like, well, I can't use the fucking optical out.
What?
Yeah,
so I'm
dude.
just like, fuck you.
That is a terrible bug.
So I've been playing with headphones only.
Yeah. That's
Which
terrible.
is hella sad because I get headaches all the time. And
How
it,
the
like,
fuck?
brutes them up. So
Yeah.
it's been
That
it's
is-
been
Zeke.
killer.
Inexplicable.
I know,
Like,
it's so
Inexcusable.
inexcusable as
blows
well.
my mind. And as soon as it happened, I was like, this happened on my old PlayStation.
Can you, like, reset your PlayStation to fix
Yeah,
it?
absolutely. Like, it's
But like, as in like wipe your content, or is there like a reset? with
there's-
a non-destructive reset.
yeah. There's non-destructive resets. You can enter it in safe mode. There's everything. But I've like forumed it out. Like everyone's like, I have this issue. It's unfixable. Like it is not a known issue in that like Sony is
You've addressed it, yeah.
addressing it. They're just like everyone's just like, yeah, this happens and you can't fix it. It's done.
Yeah.
It's done skis.
Leave a comment in the chat about how bullshit that is.
Yeah. So but
All one concurrent viewers right now, please.
yeah, but
Please.
not only is it crap because I can't hear the menu going ding 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 ding, like whatever. That
Yeah,
would
that's
be
like the
fine.
best part of using a PlayStation.
Yeah, I really like that.
yeah.
Like that's my number one point of why I use PlayStation. But
want
the
the dings.
actual issue is that it cuts out all dialogue from the game because that comes through the front speaker. So
That's
If your
outrageous.
audio-
I didn't notice until I started the game, and it did like the opening
Hmm.
cutscene where like she's a babby, and I missed that whole cutscene because I was like trying to fix it, and I was like entering in and out, and then one time when I re-entered the game, it just skipped it, so I have no idea what happened there. But like I couldn't hear it, and I had the subtitles on luckily,
Yeah.
so I read some of it, but I was like, what the fuck is happening? I was
Dude.
like, is it just this game? And then as I was moving through the menu, I was like, wait, it's everything.
Just-
it's a whole freaking system.
just quietly, and I'm not saying that because your sound doesn't work, but just
Hey.
quietly. That whole part where she's a kid is just disturbing. Like her model,
Her
as a
face
child,
is fucked.
so fucking weird.
They took her adult face and mushed
Like,
it and then
shrunk
put
it.
it on like a kid-sized model, but her head is like
She looks like a fucking
Fuck.
Ewok or some shit like that. It's crazy.
Whoa, she does not look good.
That's what I mean. Okay, she's not as cute and fluffy as an Ewok, but she's like mushed up and gross and deformed, and it's hard to look at.
Nah, she full. I was
I think
like, what the
I
hell?
vaguely remember watching Tash play that bit.
No, yeah, I remember when because
Luckily, it's short.
I've played that section of the game before, like the start, and until you get into the first section of open world, I've played up to there before, and so I was like, man, this is munted. Also, I don't know if they got a child voice actor or not, because sometimes she sounds like a kid, and then other times it sounds like I'm doing this, and that's my kid voice. I was like, what are you? What, Gremlin? Get out of here!
Gremlin. No, fair call. But once you get past all those issues,
Yeah,
I
it's
think
good.
you're going to enjoy the game.
Yeah,
Especially the ending. I remember like when it all wrapped up, and spoiler alert, no, I'm not going to do that to you.
please don't.
By the end
do
of
it.
it, I remember being like, wow, what a great way to actually explain the context of like why there are robot dinosaurs and the
That's-
whole
yeah.
history behind it. And I was like, they explain that in a really, really really good way. But I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I've been really looking forward to learning about that because I'm reading all the logs and shit. I'm like, you're not telling me garbage. Like, fuck
One thing
you.
though, that this
not
isn't a
alluding to
spoiler,
anything.
but they refer to like they call these things ancient vessels.
Yeah.
And they're coffee cups. Like
Yes, I've been picking them up. I'm
you've-
because I'm picking up everything, man. I'm
Yeah.
like, let me do every activity except the hunting lodges. I don't give a fuck about your time trials. Piss off. I
Fair
don't
enough.
care about dropping logs on robots. Get
actually, no, you
Dropping
have to do
logs.
those for.
do I have to? Oh, no.
No, you don't have to do them now. I didn't do them when I first played it, but like
I'll
eventually
do it
you
right
have
at
to
the
go
end when
back.
I'm OP. Pew, pew.
No, that's what I did, and it was pretty easy to do it at that
Excellent.
point. But like, I think there was some benefit. There's a reason why I did it. I know that much.
Yeah, there's a bunch of quest lines to do it, and I was just like, but I don't want to. I did one, and it was like, shoot I think the blaze canisters off grazers, and you have to shoot 20 off in a minute and a half or something.
It gets easier
I only
when you
did
can
it
fire like
twice.
5 or 6 arrows at a time or some shit.
Yeah,
like that.
exactly. Like I only had to do it 2 times, but that was too many.
The amount of it's hard to describe how OP she becomes at the end.
Yeah,
but
right.
anyway, like well
I'm
worth your
excited.
time.
That's what you want, though.
There's this one oh
I found
No,
a
I'll save it.
stalker the other day. I was like, I've been
Are
at,
they
like
the like raptor-looking ones?
they go invisible and they drop bombs. I was like, can you stop?
I remember this. I finished this like was it, how old is this game? It's 2 years
Pretty
old.
old, nah,
2017.
older than that. Oh, is it
3 years
really
old?
only
Yeah.
2017?
Yeah.
I guess that's 3 years old, kind of.
Yeah,
Getting
almost.
to 2020. Yeah, I have been. I didn't upgrade the Tripcaster at all, but I've been abusing the shit out of it, and I realize I should have upgraded it. I've been like upgrading. Like, I always go for the things that are like, oh, you get more XP, or like I've gone for like you can tinker, so you can take your mods back off, even
Yeah.
though I'm not really using them at this point because it's so early. But I always go for that stuff first so that I can use it at the right time instead of being like, oh shit, I need that now, sort of thing.
Yeah, fair.
So I will be upgrading my power soon, I hope. I also like I don't have access to a new main bow or anything yet. Like I've got one that shoots really slow but is a higher piercing sort of weapon, which is fine. So I just switch between that and my normal bow. But I'm like, when do I get like purple bow? Give me purple bow.
Purple bow.
Purple bow. I'm
Good
not
things
even
come to
far.
those who wait. You'll get it eventually.
Yeah, I'll get there. How
get the
long's the
people.
game roughly?
It wasn't short. I remember that much.
Dang.
Plus, there's a lot of shit to
The
do.
map is nuts.
It
It's
is huge, but
Huge.
it's real pretty. And there's a lot of different biomes as well.
Yeah, every time I zoom out, I'm like, oh my god, it's bigger than I ever thought. Like,
Yeah, right.
every time I zoom out, I'm like, oh my god, it's huge. I've got like the first area, and then it unlocks upwards and to the right. That's the only bit I've got unlocked. I've gone on top of one tall neck and unlocked that area. So that's all
Cool.
I've
They're
got.
pretty cool. They're kind of like
I like that.
moving
That's the
versions of like
Far Cry.
towers,
Towers, yeah.
or like, you know,
The
the
Assassin's
Coloss-
Creed.
But it's like a mix between the Colossi and Shadow of the Colossus,
yeah.
and then like those towers. So
Yeah.
and like the Far Cry towers. Oh god, they just kept getting worse and worse. Anyway,
This is the Ubisoft
yeah,
Yeah.
formula. But
Climb
it's
tower.
not Ubisoft, so it's probably good.
that all changed in, like just randomly in Far Cry 4 when you get the helicopters,
Yeah.
and then you could just like fly up to the top of them and like and just
like,
like sort of
I see from
bail
here.
out and jump and like land on the top. I used
That's
to
sick.
abuse that hardcore. But there's no tower. Like, I don't think there are towers in Far Cry 5.
No.
I think
don't
there's
know.
one as a joke, just to be like,
Yeah,
gotcha.
right. Ugh.
You've played Far Cry 5?
No.
Actually, I finished that twice. I really enjoyed it. But anyway,
Yeah,
moving on.
I gave up after 3. But
I do always
kinda
keep
gave up on
killing
Ubisoft
myself
games,
though from jumping off stuff. I'm like, I'll survive that. Like she has baby legs. I thought she'd be better.
Baby legs. Come on, regular legs.
Yeah, give me some regular legs.
I
I
don't need a
fall like
regular leg partner.
2 feet, and she's just like, oh no.
Yeah. Splat.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
well,
I
that's
wish there was
fine.
more rappel. Is it rappel? Is that how you pronounce it? I wish there were more points of that around because I always find myself up on tall cliffs with no way to get down. I'm like, all right, time to slide down and maybe break my bones.
At the end, you've got to climb a skyscraper, essentially. Like, you got to find a way to get to the top, and then you got to get to the very, very,
Very
top.
top.
And it's like, how the fuck do you get down?
Dude,
you're like,
I'm-
where's my ladders and my
I'm
climbing
all about
anchors? Like,
climbing.
Death
Yeah.
Stranding.
like in games, I'm like, look
the
at that
innovation,
tall
right?
thing.
Yeah.
I'm going on top. Like as soon as I see something that's higher than everything else, I'm like, I'm going up there. And so when I get up there and there's no way down, I'm like big
Yeah.
sad. Like you
This-
want me to like press square all the way back down? Nah. I'm
At least
not
in
about
Far
it.
Cry, you get the wingsuit. You can just like sort of glide down.
And
Yeah,
like
can-
Breath
why
of the
can't I
Wild,
have, like,
you get
the Breath of the Wild
yeah.
parachute. Like that's feasible. Or just like can't she just like hold like just a piece of something between her arms? She's strong AF. Like and just float down, man. Like
I can't remember if there is anything that. I don't think there is. But it's been a while since I finished it, but
it's fine. I think I'll get over that.
So, what have you
I
been
can
playing,
overpass
Elliot?
it.
I played What Remains of Edith Finch.
Nice.
What did remain?
Yeah, what did remain?
Spoilers, I'm not telling you.
Her bones?
I was hoping that I wouldn't have to play
My
it.
bones.
Bonitis.
I would
only
highly
regret.
recommend it.
is that I have bonitis.
spit my water, bro.
Huge recommend of that game. It's really cool. It's only like 2 hours long. I finished it in one sitting. And
If you
it's
finished it in more than one sitting and it's only 2 hours long.
Yeah. Your status
Well,
is
okay.
pro elite game.
Well,
Well,
let's-
probably be called into question then.
Well, there you go. I did.
He's pro elite, baby.
It's I don't even know if it was
Earned
2
his title.
hours, but like yeah, you just can't put it down as soon as it starts. It's like kind of goes through this family, the Finches, and
Edith?
it is well, you
I've
are
got-
Edith.
I've got two words
I'm
in my
Edith.
mind, and I need you to tell me if I'm wrong about the game.
Walking simulator.
Bitch, get out of my head. Like,
Yeah, it is like
Is it? I
if
have
it's-
no idea.
Yeah,
what
it
the
is
game
a.
like.
I guess that's the genre. It is a walking simulator.
It's a narrative-driven game. Experience, I should say.
Yeah, yeah,
It
and
features
it's
a
like
lot of
Is there
walking.
gameplay? Or is it walking?
no, it's pretty much all just walking.
Did you cry?
No,
Did you almost cry?
no, but I was sad.
Oh.
Yeah,
No,
A
but
bit of melancholy.
made me
for you.
depressed for the rest of the day. And that's what I want out of my game.
It's really like-
experiences.
Yeah, true.
it's got a little bit of like I don't know, not spooky. Spooky's not the right word, but like
Spooky.
kind
I
of
like
creepy
spooky.
elements in a couple of the memories.
I like to be spooked.
I like this.
Actually, there is one
Spook.
like one of the memories because you're going through like
Wait,
the
is it
memories
scary
of this family.
or are you babby?
No, like
Can
it's
it be
just
like
like
column A and
a
B?
creepy. It's not scary in any way. It's
Unsettling?
spooky and like yeah, unsettling. Like it's hard to explain. Like one of them, you're like going through and you're a cat, and then you're a bird, and then you're a shark, and then you're like this monster, and you're like eating people.
So she's a
And that's a bit
shapeshifter.
weird. Yeah, but I'm not going to explain.
I'm
what
piecing
the
this
st-
game
what the
together.
It
story is.
reminds me of that episode of The Simpsons where like Homer and Lisa go into those like sensory deprivation chambers, and then like Lisa becomes a cat, and then she becomes Homer and all that.
That's
sort of stuff.
actually yeah. That,
Is
I
that
guess
a good
that's
analogy, or
kind of yeah. It's like you're reliving
Dylan.
this
Whoa.
like young girl's like memory, and she's like, "Oh, I was really hungry, and then I opened the window, and next minute I was a cat, and then you're a cat, and you're chasing this bird around, and then next minute you're an owl, and you're like catching rabbits and eating." Anyway,
is this all
each of the-
gameplay wise, or you just
yeah, you're like experiencing it, like you're not really doing anything besides like jumping after this bird, and then
holding the
Platforming?
forward
as
button?
there's like
Holy shit,
4 minutes of
platforming.
platforming. But
Oh, I
it's
like
a
that.
really great game. The story's really cool, and it's really easy to get 1,000 gamer score on. So I was like,
Yeah,
sweet.
Oh, okay.
I have to go back and do 2 missions again because I didn't do what I needed to do to get the gamer score.
You
but
plum.
So first you did your little Bing quiz thing that gets you
yeah,
points,
exactly.
and then you played this game for an easy 1,000G or whatever
Exactly. And so
Motivated
my
by the
goal at
points.
the start of the year was to hit 90,000 G, and I did it with What Remains of Edith.
it was.
Nice.
I'm so proud of you, man. You set big goals.
Setting
for yourself.
goals, baby.
Yeah, just big personal
Making a life
achievements.
for himself. Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
It's inspiring, really, if anything.
Thanks, Mr. Condescending.
Hey, we're encouraging you,
We're
man.
supporting you.
Oh, it
What
And
are you
your
on about?
like
terrible
it.
life choices.
Jeez, man.
I'm kidding?
Can you be happy?
Listen,
Whoa.
can I just admit, I'm just
Because you don't.
No,
have
I'm
9,000
jealous.
G. Yeah.
exactly. I
I
don't
have,
have
like-
as big a gamer dick as you, apparently, according to these numbers.
Yeah,
the
well, I mean,
teeniest-
I like one sitting Edith Finch. That's how pro
Yeah,
gamer
that is
I am.
pro late.
Hella like
Yeah.
360 no scope.
It
Inch,
is.
like in one sitting.
But yeah, it's a good
Bruh.
game.
What
So
a
play it. I don't
shame.
know if it's on Game Pass for PC, but it is on Game Pass for console.
I have no idea.
And it's good.
I've dropped off on the Game Pass
When
until
it,
something big comes out. where
When
I'm
it
like,
came out, it like got like rave reviews. Like it's like reviewed really well. It was like a lot of people's like not game of the year, but like in the game of the year talks for indie games and that kind
really?
of stuff.
Nice.
So yeah,
Dang.
it's really good. Yeah. Cool.
Dankies.
Dylan, what about you? What have you been playing?
Oh, I can't follow that.
Wow.
I mean, I don't have 90,000 G. You know, what I mean? Like, no, I've been. All right, so 'tis the season for Half-Life as well.
Absolutely.
Not just
So.
Star Wars, because like big old Papa Jeff Keighley's been having a good old chat to the people at Valve. And I watched that Final Hours thing finally. It was
Oh,
really
yeah,
cool
was it
to-
good?
To hear them talk about how they're putting together a documentary about Half-Life Alyx, and it's not just about the development of that game, but like what's been happening at Valve for like the past like 6 years or something like that.
Nice.
Which is really cool to hear. So I'm like, all right,
facts.
cool. I've got two things that I need to do. One, I've got to upgrade the fuck out of my computer. Actually, I have three things to do. First off, upgrade the shit out of my computer. I spent way too much money the other day on a bunch of upgrades for it. I can't wait to do that.
That's sick.
Then I'll get a new GPU, and then eventually I'm going to get a VR headset.
Hell yeah.
Because I'm
There it
playing
is.
Half-Life Alyx. I've committed.
Yeah,
I'm
oh,
doing
yeah.
that. But I'm like, if I'm going to do that, well, I should probably play through the entirety of the Half-Life collection.
Yeah,
right?
no, that's fair.
So I went back and I was like, I could play Half-Life 1. I've got that on Steam, but I'm like, it's a bit janky, isn't it? A little bit jank. So I started off with Black Mesa, which is the fan-made version, the
Yeah.
source version of Half-Life. It's beautiful. It is
Yeah.
really, really good. It's very impressive what they've done because they've recreated the game. I wouldn't say it's one for one because this has a lot more physics things that are incorporated into it because it does use the source engine.
Oh, cool.
Half-Life 1 uses something called Gold Source, which is basically like a modified Quake engine. So it didn't have physics. You couldn't pick things up and you couldn't move them around. So they
How
took
dare they add that functionality?
right? And there was a version called Half-Life Source that came out, which I don't know if it was too different, but it was in the source engine, and you could pick stuff up. But this actually had puzzles in which you need to, pick up a big power cable and plug it into a certain port, or you might.
I
be
love
able to-
that stuff.
Yeah, like,
yes.
I'm up to a water level now where I have to, go and find a few of these big containers, and they're empty, so they're just full of air. So
it floats.
underwater, exactly. So it floats, and you got to like pile up a bunch of them underneath this one thing that brings this ledge up, so you can
That's
run
cool.
across it.
Yes,
and jump
I
over.
love that shit, man.
Which is good because if anything, it just sort of spices up the original game.
Oh, yeah. Spice up your
spices
life.
it up. Also, it doesn't hurt that the graphics are amazing. The lighting is great, and just for this fan version, it's just so impressive. So, a group called the Crowbar Collective made this game, and I think it's $20 on Steam, but for some reason I got it for free because I got it as soon as it dropped, like
Yeah, mad.
back when it was free for a moment. So I mean, I don't remember paying
Dank.
for it. But
That's
anyway,
nice.
point is, I think it was today or yesterday they announced the beta for the complete version. 'Cause
Oh.
here's the deal: it's not finished. Yeah. So there's a point in Half-Life 1 where you travel to Zen, which is I think you remember from when we were talking about Half-Life the other day. You travel to Zen, which is the alien border world
Yeah.
between anyway, it's another dimensional world or whatever, and they just cut the game off right before you go to Zen. They're like, "No, it ends there, wait for it to
Got to
come
make
out."
a new place. Not doing it.
3 years later, that's when they're like, yep, cool, the beta for the Zen area is done, the whole thing's done, here's the beta, you can just download it and play it now.
Okay.
So I'm on that,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
cool. So I'm eventually going to get up to that shit now, which is cool.
Very
Sick.
cool.
I've been loving it. It's great.
Yeah,
Except
sick.
for like all the voice acting is done by like 3 people. So it's like,
Oh, so the audio isn't like taken from
and you wouldn't want it to
Half-Life,
be
it's-
because it was like
right.
so compressed back in the day.
Yeah.
I mean, what was it,
very fair.
1997 or some shit like
Look,
that?
man,
Like,
you know more than us.
Fuck, really?
yeah. So it was,
Jesus,
you wouldn't want
yeah.
that. But even then, there's only like 3 or 4 voice actors anyway back when they did it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's true. It's
Yeah.
true to form it. You know.
But it's cool because I won't get too far into it. But point is, I'm going to play that. Then I'm going to go through Half-Life 2 episode 1, and then episode 2, and then I'm going to
So
be ready for Alyx.
okay, with Half-Life 2, like Half-Life 2 Episode 1 and Episode 2 are entirely separate from Half-Life 2.
Yeah, they are the continuation of that story.
Right. Weird.
So weird to
Yeah.
me. Yeah. Why'd they name it like that?
Because the intention was, instead of spending 6 years or 4 years developing a game, we can create episodic content, get it out quicker because people want to see the end of this story. And how did that go? Not very fucking well, did it? No, not at all.
Ew.
And then episode 2 came out, people loved it, left it on one of the biggest cliffhangers in fucking gaming history, and then suddenly, no episode 3. No
Why-
hint of episode 3 either.
Why'd they call it Half-Life 2 and then Half-Life 2 Episode 1? Like, why'd they... What?
I don't
Yeah, why not
Garbage.
Half-Life 3
Confusing.
Episode 1? Like,
Yeah.
It's okay, so Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2 are so fundamentally different to each other.
Yeah.
And what they are.
Okay.
That like if they
Half-Life 3
if they
would
called it
imply
Half-Life
another
3 episode
fundamental
1,
difference.
it would be. And,
Yeah.
and if that ever comes out, which Alex is going to be a success. I mean,
yeah,
whether or
for
not
sure.
it's going to move a shitload of Valve indexes, I don't know. But the point is, it will eventually come out, and it is going to be
Hot.
so different to Half-Life 2. I just think that if they called it Half-Life 3 Episode 1, and then it had the same assets, the same graphics, and the
Sure.
same shit
Yeah,
from Half-Life
okay.
2,
Yeah, I
would,
get
like,
that.
it
I
would be
still
not
think they should
impressive.
have used a different naming convention, though.
it's confusing, but ultimately, like, that's what they did.
Like, they
And
should
it
have just
stuck.
called it Half-Life 2 Part 2 and then Part 3 instead of going back to 1.
yeah, I tend
Part
to agree.
would probably be better than episode, potentially.
Yeah.
But anyway,
It just makes
that's
no
what
sense.
happened.
Yeah.
Because one would imagine that they could just go and buy Episode 1, thinking that that's the first game. Or
Yeah,
that,
I
like,
would. Like, I would.
Yeah, yeah.
If I saw...
That's why I've never understood
Yeah,
it.
if I saw Half-Life 2 and then I saw Half-Life 2 Episode 1 and 2, I'd be like, oh, Half-Life 2 is the combined, and Half-Life 2 Episode 1 and 2 is its split.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. When this shit was dropping, that wasn't an issue.
Yeah, nobody gave a shit. They were
No.
like, I know the order.
The reason why is when Episode 2 came out, they released it in the orange box.
Yeah.
And the
Which
orange
is
box had
everything.
Team Fortress 2,
Yeah.
Portal, Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 Episode 1, and Half-Life 2 Episode 2. So I know
Portal's
that this is,
good.
the orange box was the best fucking thing that had ever come
Yeah,
out. Like, that
you're
was the
right.
biggest dick gaming move ever. You buy that one thing, and you got Team Fortress 2, one of the biggest multiplayer games that was around at the time. Portal 1, which was this massive experimental, huge, successful,
And amazing.
innovative game that came out. And then you got the entire Half-Life collection. That was one of the wisest purchasing decisions I'd ever made. And you know what? It cost me a grand total of like $25.
Yeah.
It was... And I still play these games today. I mean, come on. And this is what breaks my heart about not having any more Half-Life content. Because I'm like,
Yeah, that's fair.
I was so excited. Maybe it was
Yeah,
because I was
fair, yeah.
spoiled so hard. But now I... Yeah, just don't get it. But
Look, they're just going to drag you down, and one day they'll build you back up.
one day. But I've cried my tears for Half-Life. I have cried those tears, so I'm going to move on. Does anyone have any final questions about that shit?
Hey, Riley Raj. What's going on,
Hey,
brother?
he's in the
Alright,
chat.
So your
Yo,
message
yeah.
there,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
5 minutes ago.
Riley
Not
Rush.
trying to ignore you, Riley. What's up?
No, we are.
How you doing, baby? I was just getting on my little soapbox
Well,
about
okay.
Half-Life.
Speaking of Half-Life sequels, or lack thereof, or just Half-Life in general,
Yeah.
I think that sort of segues into our first main topic
Yeah,
today.
your wants segue into our first main topic.
So-
What a sloppy segue that was.
Hey, I mean,
Look,
it
he's
is
doing
one
his
of your predictions for the Game Awards. So
Can you let me say that?
yeah, what a
Yeah.
spoiler.
talk
Dude.
to us.
Also, thanks for not sticking around, Riley.
Wow.
Anyways, do you want to introduce what we're doing in this
Yeah,
segment?
go on.
Sure. So
Take it away, Chief.
Game Awards.
Big boy.
Big Papa Jeff's.
Big Papa
Uh,
Jeff Keighley, baby.
Jeff Keighley's
Keighley.
big awards
biased
night
Jeff Keighley.
ceremony. Oh, come on.
No
Get
integrity.
on Twitter. Keep it on Twitter. Is on the 12th of December. So,
Very soon.
4 days away or whatever.
Wow.
And apparently there's going to be some huge announcements there. So
10?
10.
10 unheard of.
Unheard of.
Unheard of
Unheard
announcements.
of.
Non-leaked.
Non-leaked,
Yeah.
unheard of announcements.
And it's not going to
Or
be
shows.
Resident Evil 3 apparently.
That may be like a
Made
little
you
mad.
sad.
It
for a
could be.
second.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then State of Play has been
Is
announced. So
For
like,
the following
yeah, there's a good
like
chance
the
that
next
it's that.
Tuesday or whatever. So
Matt Taylor.
Hey.
Hello,
Yeah,
Matt
it's
Taylor.
always Blue Man. Like, this is real life.
It's
Thanks for checking out the stream, Matt Taylor. Don't forget to donate all of your money to us.
Thanks.
Okay, so we thought
Link
we'd
and
come up with
subscribe.
some predictions.
Predictions?
Predictions.
We've got 10
on
games
what
to
we
fill.
want to see at the Game Awards.
That's it.
What Papa Jeff might grace our screens with.
Yeah.
What announcements are we
Last
getting?
year we got
yeah.
the Outer Worlds.
Let's just say as well, they're not really predictions. This is like a wish list.
This is
like
a bit
we're
of a
not,
wish
we're
list.
not like
I mean,
this
some
is
of
what
these-
we think's coming.
We've got zero insider knowledge.
Of
Yeah.
course.
From
yeah.
what we've, this is some of the stuff we
What's the
researched.
difference, though? You know?
Yeah, I suppose
What's
you're
the
right.
difference? They're all unheard of, so who
I guess
cares,
I
man?
guess you're right. No,
So
cool.
talk to me. Talk to me,
Alright.
Dill. Start us off.
All right, you want to hear my opinion?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, cool.
I love to hear your
We
opinion.
love your opinions, my dude.
Oh, you're so sweet, guys. Okay. All right. This is what I would like to see from some announcements from the Game Awards 2019 featuring Jeff Keighley. All right. Enough of the
Featuring
build-up.
Hideo Kojima's boyfriend.
Absolutely.
Wait, that's Mads.
Yeah, okay. Hopefully both. But what I'm thinking, this would be a perfect time to roll out a brand new original Crash Bandicoot game. Something that takes the nostalgia from that collection that came out not too long ago with Crash 1, 2, and 3. Crash Team Racing came out, all of which sold very, very well. If they could bottle that nostalgic feel, that level design that they had there, and that progression and things like that they've managed to work into both Crash Team Racing
And the
that trilogy.
microtransactions, you know, it is Activision. They've got to get.
Yeah, you're
you know,
right, you're
Got to
right,
get
you're
them
right.
dollars.
You know what, though?
I didn't even consider that.
No,
but
it's
I want
coming.
to see an original Crash Bandicoot.
I think,
game.
yeah, and I think that actually potentially might be
I think
on
I
the
might.
cards.
happening. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's a good protection, but I might spread it a little bit. Just open
spread it out.
that anus a little. That predictive
Well,
hole. Like you said, so I'm so
Please do
sorry.
go on.
I'm so sorry. Like you said, they've all been going really well. They might be like, okay, well, we just remastered all that. Let's move it to another property because, like, all of their remasters have been going really well. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a remaster of another old classic come through as well in a similar vein.
Okay, but like, what would
But
they
what-
do? 'Cause
yeah,
they, did
what?
they already did the Spyro trilogy. They did the Crash
What else do they own?
trilogy and Crash Team Racing.
Activision don't own really anything else
But like
interesting.
those, unless they did like Wrath of Cortex or like some of the other games. But
Yeah,
they weren't.
yeah.
That one was received okay, but all of the other Crash games weren't necessarily received all that well.
Yeah, aren't the other Crash games shit?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. So
it's like Spyro. There's like this whole other like Legend of Spyro series that is dog shit,
yeah.
and like they ain't gonna remaster that.
No,
No
yeah,
way.
you're right. I don't know.
Yeah,
Dude, fun fact. Fucking Elijah Wood was
Yes.
the voice actor for
and
Spyro. in that.
Sparks
Really?
was Fry.
No way.
Yeah, yeah.
I knew that one, but I didn't know that one.
Billy West.
Billy
I
West.
was
Billy
watching it
West.
on
Barely wait.
Worst Games Ever, the videos like series. They played that, and it's, oh my god, it's so bad.
I heard that
It's
Billy
so-
West made. This is like from fucking Fact Fiend with Carl Smallwood. Apparently, Billy West made Fry's voice his own voice, so they couldn't replace him.
Also,
That's genius.
pretty
Apparently it's
like
true.
Sparks' voice is just Fry's voice. So like he's just doing his own voice. Like,
take my money. Oh man,
but Gary Oldman's in it as well, which is weird.
that is yeah. I can understand him being in Call of Duty, but like Spyro,
The Legend of Spyro
was
as
he
well.
a
It's like,
dragon as well?
I think he's like some big daddy dragon, but yeah,
Big
that game
papa.
looked like dog shit. It's kind of like God of War, but Spyro.
Had all the fucking
It's
budget
so
blown
bad.
on these big name voice actors.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
and
that would
like-
have been after Lord of the Rings too. So like, I don't think Elijah Wood would have been cheap.
totally. Yeah,
Yeah.
Like he's
Yeah.
he's a
Billy West
big
is one of
name.
the-
Why'd they do that?
Man
And
of
that
a
was
thousand
like-
voices.
Yeah. Also, that would have been like in the middle of Futurama. So
Yeah.
like,
Why'd they do that? What the hell?
I don't know.
Nuts.
They could have like focused on making a better game, but oh well.
But yeah, I
Sucked in.
I
I changed my. I closed my anus. You're right.
Thank
I
you.
closed that anus hole. I think you're right. A new Crash game would be sick.
I think it's primed and ready to go
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
all of the good shit has been tackled
Absolutely.
and well received.
Yeah.
Well received enough to know that they have almost like a built-in audience for a new Crash game. And the fact that it's no longer owned by PlayStation and it's all Activision now kind of means that like that would tie in a little bit to what could happen at the Game Awards because like I don't know why.
yeah, because I don't think they'd put it at State of Play if it was set to be announced soon.
And
Like,
why would,
because
I don't know why
Activision-
Resident Evil 3 will be at State of Play because it's not an exclusive of PlayStation.
No, but not all the games they
Yeah, they
show
just like
at
to
State of Play
take
are.
stuff to
Yeah.
make you happy. Like they're just announcing big
guess.
things.
But like, this is why I don't think that any
I
Nintendo
mean-
games would come to the Game Awards.
Well, think about last year
They
though.
did,
They
yeah.
announced Joker for Smash, and it was like the first DLC character was announced at the Game Awards.
But like, if it's going to be a big new game announcement, not a DLC announcement, but like a new game announcement, people have been saying that like Breath of the Wild 2 is going to get announced. I'm like, are you fucking?
I mean,
dumb?
dude, Jeff Keighley knows
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah,
like
but
he
like,
got
he's been working
Reggie,
hard too.
Phil Spencer, and Sean Layden all on stage together last year.
Yeah.
Like he's got them connections.
Like, I've got no doubt that he has those
Yeah.
connections, but at the same time, like as
You'd
a
think they'd
company,
wanna
they
keep
would
it for
release it through their
themselves.
own
Yeah.
Nintendo
means,
Direct.
right?
Yeah.
Exactly,
Yeah,
right? That's
for
how
sure.
they do their things. I don't know. That's
Look.
my opinion on that. I just don't expect that. It's not
I don't think Breath of the Wild 2 is going to be there.
neither do I.
Yeah.
At
No.
all.
But I think Nintendo will have a presence there. I don't know. It might be another Smash character, and to some people
one.
that's huge.
Maybe, and that's fair.
Yeah.
But I just don't think that they're gonna like come out swinging with like, oh, Metroid 4 or some shit. Here's a trailer.
Yeah, people are
Actually,
also
maybe they
thinking
would,
like
'cause that's
Metroid trilogy, like
Yeah,
because
you're
that's
right.
kind of people think that's almost like ready to go, like kind of thing. So I don't know.
Yeah.
but
Fair
yeah.
enough. So I thought, yeah, new Crash Bandicoot game
I like that.
for sure.
Sick.
What else did I have? I had a few. You
Oh,
wrote
dude,
them
do we
all
want to
down.
go?
Let's go around the.
Yeah,
let's go around the
circle.
horn, Caddy.
What do you got?
You go.
Go around the horn.
Go around the horn. Wait, let me load my thing up. Oh yeah, my number one, babies. This is not a new announcement at all, but I want to see Ghost of Tsushima, and like, I want it bad. And if I don't see it there, I hope I see it in the PlayStation.
Yeah,
State
with
of
that
Play.
announcement of State of Play, it's kind of thrown
Yeah,
a lot of
now,
things.
yeah,
up.
exactly. Now the things that I was thinking about, I'm like, oh, what? But yeah,
But what?
I would love to see some more on that because like I am ready
Yeah.
for another samurai game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks so good, dude.
It really does. I
looks
want those cherry blossoms. I want those slow-mo fights, and I want to
Yeah, I
cut
want that
people
like
in half.
perfect parry so you could just
Yeah.
oh your body it's
Yeah.
into now. What a shame.
Oh, no.
Apparently, it got pushed back because
Excuse me.
Last of Us got pushed back, and it was kind of like they didn't announce like
Well, there was no release date for.
yeah, but
Tsushima.
like someone said, I don't know if it was Neil Druckmann or if it was like someone from Sony, but
Ghost of Tsushima.
they said that
best
Ghost-
be soon.
it's
Alright.
it's
It'll
gonna
be
be.
a PS5 thing.
Well,
best
yeah,
be
I don't know.
2020.
That's the thing. Like,
22.
it's gonna be after.
It could be a launch game. I'm happy
It could be a
about that.
launch
Bloodborne
title, but
was,
it's going to
like,
be
I'll take it.
after The
They're
Last of
completely
Us
different, but
because it's been pushed back. So The Last of Us is like end of May.
yeah.
So it's not coming for at least like, you know,
I bought
fall,
my PlayStation
as
4
in, like,
for
October next
Bloodborne.
year.
I will buy my PlayStation 5 for Tsushima.
yeah, for sure.
I will do that.
But like, if it wasn't like, if it's been pushed back, do you think it's a PlayStation 5 title though? Because like,
I mean, if it's
I'm on the camp that it's probably going to be next gen shit.
yeah,
I kind of agree, but
Yeah, I
I just
reckon
don't
so,
know
like-
their lineup. Like if okay,
if it
The
was
Last of
gonna
Us
be
was
so
meant to be
close
February,
anyway, they were probably going to put it on both either way.
but they've also said that they don't want to do lots of cross-gen games.
Yeah,
Like recently.
not wanting to do lots of them doesn't mean that the ones at the same. Like, I feel like what that means is more like we will do it at the start and we just won't continue that trend for a really long time
For
because
sure.
they did with PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4. It went on for so long.
But what I'm trying to say is like, Last of Us 2 was meant to come out in Feb. Now it's pushed back to like the 2 days before the end of May. If that's like over 3 months that it's been pushed back, like when was Ghost meant to come out? Like October, and now it's going to come out
People
like
thought it was going to be
January
like an
or
August release.
yeah. But like
But I don't know why they thought that.
PlayStation games don't generally come out in August. Like I know that can
look,
obviously
man.
change, but
I said I don't know why they said it.
yeah.
Man, you've got the fucking knowledge about when games drop. Like, specific
I've
months and
watched
stuff like that.
too many like videos and podcasts. about video
Regardless,
games.
I want
but
to fucking see it.
I want to see it too. I really do.
Just give us
Because
a
all
little
we've
bit more
seen is that
gameplay.
one trailer.
I know, and it, looks
was
so
good trailer.
It was
like,
brilliant.
it was kind of like
cherry blossoms fall.
Yeah.
They're doing their whole.
it reminded
fighting
me
in
of like
fucking
when I
fire.
saw it. It was like a cross between like Dark Souls, but like Assassin's Creed because it had a lot more climbing and like kill from above sort of mechanic sort of thing. And those were just the first two things that came into my mind. But I'm just like, give me that.
I want to watch that trailer again.
Yeah, let's watch it again. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to
Yes.
see more of that.
Fuck
game.
yeah.
Put that in there.
Boom. Yep. Done. I want that shit too. What about you, Elliot?
My first one's pretty like safe in a way, but also may just not be spoken about ever or just anything because this is what Warner Brothers do. But Batman Court of Owls.
Ooh.
I think like Rocksteady have a game in the works as well, but I don't foresee them announcing it
It's a Superman game.
because it's they've said it's not.
Well.
And Warner Brothers Montreal, who did
Superboy.
Batman Arkham Origins, so like the
Yeah, the
prequel one.
spin-off
Yeah.
one.
They've been working on like multiple things that apparently have been cancelled. So Justice League was cancelled, Suicide Squad cancelled, and now
Couldn't
they
imagine
did
why.
that teaser. Why? Because they're just shit properties, or
No, they just kind of stuffed them up in the media, huh? Like,
Yeah.
It's not that the property's bad; it's that they handled it badly.
but I mean, like, okay, like it's not Rocksteady, but the Arkham games have all been good. They could kind of do anything; it'd be
Yeah,
good.
Arkham
But
Knight
but when
was
you
top-notch.
stuff something up in even in a completely different medium in the media, then everyone's like, it's shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to fucking touch it.
yeah, and I think like, what do you do? Making a multiplayer game if it's Justice League or Suicide Squad? Like, fuck that. Give me single player Batman.
Yeah.
And I think Court of Owls, they've teased. They did that like weird teaser like a few months ago when it was like Batman's 80th anniversary or 80th birthday or whatever. I think it'd be really cool.
I'm still upset that like what was it? Batman by Lamplight or Gaslight? Was
Gotham
it-
by Gaslight.
Gotham by Gaslight.
That'd
yeah,
be
yeah.
so sick.
That and there was that like, quick little tech demo about what it would look like and how Batman's cape. It's
Oh
all
my
fucking
God.
steampunk Batman.
Dude, I'd be all about that.
That would be real tight.
That'd be so sick.
But
Court of
also-
Owls is meant to be a great like story and like awesome enemies and stuff, but I don't
Yeah.
really know it. But apparently it's really
Would
good.
it be Arkham-esque in the sense it's like open world?
I would assume so.
Because with Arkham Asylum, you know how of course it's all inside an area, like a very enclosed building.
Yeah.
And what was the next one? It was Arkham City.
City.
And then that was
Great
really
game.
amazing,
Yeah.
fantastic. And then Arkham Knight, which
which I didn't play.
I really enjoyed it, except for the Batmobile tank sequences.
Yeah.
Some of the fight scenes were really cool. And then what's his name? The Red Face? Is it? No, the Red Hood. Yeah.
Red Hood, yeah.
The Red Face. Like all of that shit was really, really cool, but it's
Yeah.
like still a cautioned off area of Gotham.
Yeah.
I want a game where it's like
Good.
actual Gotham. There's civilians around. you know,
Yeah,
like
hey.
saving civilians and shit, not just like, oh, this is a cut off area where it's everyone is a prisoner or something like that.
Sure, yeah,
And
like
I want
see,
that.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
I want that.
Yeah.
Because I can't
Real
remember.
Gotham
I've
vibe.
played.
With
I only
With a
played a
fucking
little bit of.
what do you call it? The Batwing or whatever it is. The fucking flying.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
yes.
that
I
was
want that
so
shit too.
sick.
And I want
Yes.
like transitional shit where you can go from the Batcave, fly out on that,
Oh.
or even the Batboat, whatever. Like, let's fucking get
All the
real
vehicles.
with the way
Give
that
me
we're gonna do
everything.
it. I want
Dude, that would be sick.
that's what the next Batman game should be.
That'd be
Batman,
cool.
like the
Open world.
Spider-Man game.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
sick.
like
Like
yeah,
in the city.
yeah.
You got people.
Actually, that'd be
Exactly.
sick if
That'd
you
be
can go to the.
sick.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That'd
Just
be
Batman,
sick.
like
Give me so many.
Spider-Man doesn't hand out concussions to
Yeah.
wait, you can't hit civilians, can you? Can you hit
Yeah, I
civilians?
think you can, but they all are like, whoa. They're like
Oh.
the best freaking dodges in history. They're just like, whoa.
Yeah, right. That's a good.
You almost hit me.
And see, in Batman, like you'd have to.
Actually,
Like
I
at the
think
end of
you
the
can knock them
night, you
over.
would have to
They're just like,
go back to the
Oh,
Batcave
true.
because you would not be out in daytime as Batman. Like, so the whole game is always going to be nighttime.
Yeah.
There's no like Batman doesn't
Dude,
be
the daytime.
Batman in the daytime. You know, like
The crime doesn't like.
You know what? I
happen
could
in the
I could
day,
get
or-
over not having a day-night cycle. Like, what
Yeah.
does that matter? Or
yeah, I'm just saying
that
like
could be
yeah.
a really interesting like timed mechanic and be like you have a timer for your
Bruce
night.
Wayne during the day,
Oh yeah.
Batman at night.
Go
Oh,
back.
Time to go make some business deals, boys.
actually, though, if there was like almost like two campaigns, like day
That
versus
would be
night things, that
sick,
actually would be
actually
fairly
And it would
cool.
be like end your night done. Like
yeah, and you can just send Batman to bed or whatever, and then
yeah.
like,
Sleep for
during
1
the day.
hour. Hope you're okay, baby.
auto mode.
Sorry, Bruce.
That actually has legs.
Dude, do you want to make a game now?
Hit us up, Warner
Yeah,
Brothers.
thank you.
This is our property. This is our
Um,
idea.
Yeah, mate, we're on.
But yeah, I think like it very well could be announced. Those studios haven't announced anything, and I don't know if it would be current gen or next gen, but I think
too
a
close.
Rocksteady game
Who
would be
cares?
next gen. But like, and I think because they were the last ones to release one, Arkham Knight came out like after Origins. So I think that'd be, E3 kind of announcement.
Yeah.
Whereas I think Court of Owls could be Game Awards.
And when are we going to hear these announcements about Scarlet and PlayStation 5 and stuff like that?
I think like before E3, you have those like special
E3
events.
is about the games, right? And then
yeah.
before that,
I mean,
you
they
have the
People are saying PlayStation in Feb will be when they
nice.
like officially unveil it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like, it
'Cause everyone's
depends,
got
because,
devs,
like, last
dev machines.
generation, they did it at the conferences for E3. So, did they not?
No.
No, they did not.
They had
No, they
separate
did,
events.
yeah,
yeah,
they
they
had
did.
events.
And PlayStation was announced way before Xbox. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
And they didn't even show off
right.
what the PS4 looked like when they first
It's
announced
got
the
an angry
PS4.
bit.
And then when they showed off the Xbox One, it's just this big fucking black box. Like
They're just like,
And the
oh.
Kinect.
Oh.
That's never, ever.
they've tried
Also,
so hard to
I'm
get
pretty
rid of
sure
that.
like Phil Harrison, the guy who's now in charge of Stadia, was the one who like
pushed for the Kinect.
pushed for like the Xbox.
Why are
like,
all
One
of his
being,
ideas like bunk? Like,
They're dog shit. Stadia. Dog shit.
I
But
wonder
yeah,
how that'll be in like a year's time.
Yeah, true.
Oh well,
dog shit.
the
But yeah,
same.
We
that's
won't
my
know.
first prediction.
Yeah, fair enough.
Dylan.
What's your number 2?
Speaking of some of the things we've already mentioned in this particular episode, I reckon, and this is like, there's no one saying this on the internet. I tried to Google it around to see if like any
Love
If you had
this.
anyone
Coming
on
up
your
with
team.
rumors.
about it. It's like,
Holy shit, we should have made the episode named this.
yeah,
People would be like, oh my God.
we can always change it.
They got the hot takes.
Anyway, I think it would be a very good time to put out the Half-Life 2 collection on Switch. There's no reason why they couldn't do it, and here's why. So they've already converted all of exactly.
Let me tell you.
They've already converted all of the Half-Life 2 shit to work on ARM processors for NVIDIA Shield stuff. Like, you know how NVIDIA had that fucking tablet thing or whatever?
Yeah.
You can play Half-Life 2 on that. So it's already, like, in a way, been ported to work on an ARM processor. And what's the Switch run on? Well, the Tegra. So it's like an
Is
ARM
it
processor.
ARM?
Yeah.
Okay.
System on a chip. The fucking...
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Point being that, like, if anything, the Switch is a little bit more powerful than some of that stuff, in a way.
Yeah.
So, there's no reason why they couldn't just... I mean, I'm sure it's not as easy as clicking a few buttons, but it would make sense to make a little, if not like an orange box re-release or something like that for the Switch. Because that way...
Dude,
Well,
that
I
would
mean,
be sick.
they just released Alien Isolation on the Switch. And so, like, there's loads of ports that are, like, doing well and pretty impressive. So
Yeah, fully. If they can fucking cram The Witcher 3 on there. I mean,
Yeah, I mean...
What else can't they do?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I just think it would be good timing to give people who may not have played or experienced Half-Life before the
I think it
opportunity
is good
to
timing.
get into it, so then they can drop, $5,000 on a really nice system and a VR headset in the game.
And wish
think you're right.
wish they didn't have a Switch anymore. And
Yeah.
they have to play it on PC.
Half-Life Alex on Nintendo Labo.
Ooh.
Make that work.
Where
in
you
VR.
put the little VR thing, like you put the Switch in VR,
Yeah.
like in the VR headset. I'm pretty sure you have to hold it. Have you seen that? Like,
It's not a real VR.
Yeah, of course.
No, but you have to
you're right,
hold
because
it.
If you didn't hold it, they would be liable to drop, and they'd be like, no.
yeah,
Like,
like
can't
We
give you
didn't
the
tell you
Breath
strap.
of the Wild VR, you have to hold it. It's so
Ding,
Wait,
ding,
Breath of the Wild has VR?
yeah, with Labo,
That's disgusting.
legit, and
Nintendo, you should be
you
ashamed
have to like
of yourself.
hold it while you. I just don't. I don't
Yeah.
understand.
No, that's terrible.
Labo
That's
dumb.
choice.
Yeah. Oh
Labo
man,
dumb.
I'm gonna build stuff out of cardboard to play with my video games.
I mean, it's pretty cool for kids or whatever.
Yeah,
but,
good idea.
Yeah, for kids maybe, but like,
but Nintendo, it's like pretty much for kids.
yeah, that's who's buying it. Hey, like all the kids are buying all those things, right?
Yeah, that
You're not wrong. Like I get.
I
what you
mean,
it's family friendly.
Parents
content.
always have to buy the shit. Doesn't mean
True.
something's not for kids.
fair, but like no, okay. With the original marketing of the Switch and all that, remember all those like trailers that were coming out?
Yeah,
There weren't
They're
any
like-
kids playing it. There
No.
were like these like fucking people our
Teenagers and-
age and shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So these 20-year-olds in these ridiculous apartments
Yeah,
in like
yeah,
fucking
you're right.
Manhattan or
Sure.
whatever,
Like, I
running
can't
around
afford
with it.
that shit. You're not marketing.
Yeah, but like
And I get that like they make
The Labo
products for kids
ads.
as well, but like I think Nintendo's cornerstone is they make products for everyone.
yes, they do. Yeah,
And this
but Labo
particular
is
Products
thing is
for those
kids.
driven
very
by
much for
nostalgia.
kids.
Yeah. If any adults were buying that just to, you know, I won't say that mainly because people can love arts and crafts of any age, so that's fair
for
enough.
sure. Yeah,
Don't bully.
Good save.
Don't bully.
That was a good
Yeah.
save.
That was a good save.
He's been working on his kindness.
Yeah. My counselor's been telling me that, you know what? Never mind. No, so, Half-Life 2, I reckon, on Switch would be a big dick power move.
Dang. Good
Hopefully.
idea.
What about you?
My next one is the very unspecific wish for any FromSoft announcement. Anything at all.
Mm-hmm.
Give me something. One little
I mean, like,
tasty morsel.
everyone's talking about Elden Ring.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
this perfectly
I know.
goes like toe to toe with
Yeah,
mine.
because yours
so-
is
mine is Elden Ring. Yeah.
But I hear they have 2 unannounced projects that they're working on as well. And everyone's hyped for Elden Ring.
Mm-hmm.
Just give me another one as well. I don't care. I'll be hyped for 2.
2?
I'll take it. Like,
You want 2
I don't know what you're
things
after.
from
but
them?
Yeah. I mean, they're working on it. Give me
You
it.
want to be spoiled by bloody FromSoft.
I do. You know what, though? Their turnaround times are always super fast.
Yeah, or at least from announcement to
Announcement
delivery.
to release. Even
Yeah.
like between Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3, they had 2 teams working at the same time. Like same with Bloodborne, they was working on at the same time as Dark Souls. But like, I don't care. Just
And same with
whatever it
Sekiro,
is,
like,
I love it. Give it to me.
Like Miyazaki wasn't the director of Sekiro or whatever.
Yeah, 'cause
he
he
worked
was-
on it. Like,
Yeah,
but
like he made that one character in the barrel.
yeah.
yeah.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, that's the most input I have.
Fish boy.
yeah.
But yeah, like there could be another From game, but
I would love
I
that.
think Elden Ring
I think it's more likely that because
will come first.
they do tend to focus on
Yeah.
one release,
Yeah.
and they just the turnaround time's just really quick.
Mm.
But I'd be happy to see Elden Ring or something else. I don't mind. FromSoft, I love you. Whatever you got. for me.
Bloodborne 2 at State of Play,
Oh, dude.
launch title for PS5.
Oh my god, I'd buy it. I buy. Done deal.
Just don't get my fucking hopes up.
Done deal. No, you
I
know
don't wanna
what
hear
though? when my PlayStation broke, you know, the one that spat out the discs a lot.
Yeah.
It broke in that it could not send video image anymore.
Yeah.
So I had to do the play from an. Like I could play on my
Remote
PC.
play?
Remote play. Thank
Oh,
you.
God.
I had to do remote
Oh,
play.
God.
So I was like, "Bitch, this shit broken," and I sent it back to JB, and they refunded me the original price of the PlayStation. So even though they only cost like $300 or whatever now, they gave me like over $500
No
back, and I was like,
profit.
"Hell yeah!"
So you bought another one that broke. Is that what happened?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, now the
actually, I
audio
didn't buy
doesn't come
another one. I
out
took
as
Cal's.
soon as
So
Lol.
Cal has no PlayStation, and I have one and $500. So that's my. I was like, I'm keeping this money for PlayStation 5. It's like I've already got that tucked away.
Can I pre-order PlayStation 5?
PlayStation 5
What
is
year
right
was that?
now. Last year, bro.
I'm surprised
Last
they
year I got rid of it.
take your money for it.
Yeah.
I know. I was really
Oh
surprised.
yeah, we got pre-orders available. No, they
Oh
don't.
no,
you know,
I was
slips
really
in his
surprised
pocket.
that they gave me money back, man. I was like,
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah.
Why?
How old was that before it broke?
4 years.
How can they give you a full refund on a
I
product
know.
that's 4 years
I
old?
was like,
Consumer law, baby.
hell yeah, I did. It wasn't,
No.
it was not consumer law because
look at me.
I was a plebby ass and I bought their extra insurance. It only cost like $50 because I bundled so much stuff when I bought it, and they were giving me all this free stuff. And then I got $500 back. I was like, well worth. Like those things normally
interesting.
not worth, but
Yeah.
well worth.
I don't buy scratch
I didn't know we were up
protection.
to PlayStation's best moments, but that's got to be one of them.
Moment, full
Yeah,
refund,
suppose
baby.
you're right. Fucking hell. Now, is there anything else that we're expecting to see beyond Elden Ring? Any other
Well,
predictions?
Oh,
I had one, but I don't really think it'll be there. But.
Yeah,
No, I
we're
like your
talking
third
about it
one.
once anyway. we
we
just
got
talked
3
about
each.
From and
Yeah, that's my second one, Elden
Yeah.
Ring. I
Yeah.
want to hear
Do
your
you wanna do
third.
third one? Because, I mean, Cat kind of...
I'm sorry, I stole you.
I mean,
Oh, it's all right. It's all good.
I think
we just took
all of
one.
our third ones are... Actually, Cat's is probably not as insane, but mine is definitely
You think
probably
mine's not
more
that
insane than yours.
all right.
Mine is Mass Effect Trilogy Remastered.
I don't know if that's insane.
I don't think that's
I
that bad.
don't
I think
think-
mine's more unlikely than yours.
Yeah, maybe because they spoke about it last year, but we'll get to that. But if I just don't foresee EA doing anything intelligent. I don't think
You right.
they literally are sitting on a pile of money. I swear I say this 5 times a year. Like, what are they doing with their properties?
They're
Like,
just too scared after they keep
re-release-
breaking stuff. Like,
yeah, I know, but like.
True. How do we make money from microtransactions?
They don't even need BioWare to do it. The story's there. Everything's there. Someone just like remaster the games
Yeah.
to all work in, say, like the Mass Effect 3 like engine and like the way the game plays and everything. That'd be unbelievable. Like, Oh my God.
I'd
Give me
play
that shit. Like, I mean, it still stands up today, but like,
Maybe
if
I'd
they
get
announce
past that vehicle section in Mass Effect
Yeah,
1.
Dude,
some of,
you gotta
some of those
just,
sections
like-
are janky, man.
Yeah.
And
Dude, Mass Effect 1 is janky. Like, as soon as you pull out a gun, it's like, whoa, what just happened? But, like, it's still one of the, like, greatest games of all time for
Goat.
Fair
for a
point.
reason.
huge goat.
But if they released the trilogy,
Greatest of all time.
Ah, I learned something.
if they released that all together, oh my God.
Oh my god,
Oh my God.
he'd be
Give me
busted.
that shit.
I don't think it's like crazy.
I don't think
but
it's crazy,
I
but I,
don't
think you're
know
right
if
that
it's
it's
coming
not
around
the
the corner,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, they keep teasing, like,
Wait, okay.
like not a remaster, but like they keep talking about Mass Effect, and like Casey Hudson's posting like, you know, here's some like concept art of Mass Effect that we've never shown anyone, and like, I just give me that.
It's
Give me
just
it,
like
Casey.
it's a patch for Andromeda that fixes the faces. That's all it is.
I mean, they did that, but that game still
Still rank. Still no good.
it's not like
It's not poo poo, but
it's not
the
in the
same.
Milky Way, you know. Like,
Yeah.
give me those.
Where is
Give me
it?
those familiar
the Andromeda Galaxy?
Oh my god.
literally in the title. But anyway,
Yeah, okay, so that's my dream. That is
Nice.
wish list shit right there. And
mine's not even a wish list one. If I was gonna like go crazy, I'd probably pick something else. But I'm gonna stick with what I got.
yours
because,
is on
like,
my wish
I
list.
think that yeah, this is really just to appease Elliot. This is just to make you happy, mate. So
Thank you, Papa.
Papa Jeff, we
I
need
think
you
my
to-
last one will make you happy as well.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
like, this is all
totally.
about
This is
Elliot.
all
Yeah.
me.
Last time it was me, so now
Yeah,
it's all about you, Elliot.
Sick.
Well, I'm thinking good chance we might see something about Fable 4 or potentially something along the lines of a Fable property because people have
would
been
love
talking about
that.
it. Yeah.
And I think it
Fable
would
3,
be
I
Fable
didn't even
4.
play it, but
was
Fable 1
good.
and 2
I didn't
were
play
fantastic.
any of the Fable stuff, so I want to play it, and I've been seeing that concept art that's been out and about. I'm like,
Oh.
put me in it, like.
Get that Molyneux
delve
bitch
in.
out of town and
Yeah,
then
and
just
it's
like
Playground and fucking I love Playground.
Look at him.
what else?
They've
have they
never
done?
fucked up, in my opinion.
Look how happy he is.
You've done
I'm
it.
so happy.
He's so
Top tier
happy.
studio. Yeah, thank you.
What-
You
what
make
else have
me
they
happy.
done?
Forza Horizon. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You
Just
love Forza
God tier.
Horizon.
Dude, totally.
You fucking
Yeah.
love it.
Dude,
No.
number 3 was set in Australia.
Yeah, yeah. I remember that.
There's not enough
Yeah,
games
that-
set
you're
in
right.
Australia.
It's
Do you,
like
have that,
none
is,
here.
do you have a hat or a shirt of Forza Horizon?
a shirt.
shirt.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember you rocking in with that. Yeah,
I
was like,
love that
"Hey."
game.
Yeah,
I love
nice.
number 4 as well.
Is that
and
the
I
one with the
just
Lego DLC?
Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah. Which
that
is
is
great.
cute, though.
And they did a Hot Wheels one in number 3 as well.
Really?
Yeah,
There
yeah.
you go.
Dang.
I don't think this is going to get announced, but I would love it. But I think that's something
is a
that
wish
Microsoft
list.
are like holding close to their chest for like when they talk about Scarlet. Because like Halo will
Yeah.
be obviously it has already been announced to be coming to Scarlet, but I think this will be the following big game that comes after that.
Well, I
So
know
I
that,
think-
that Hable
Hable.
Hable.
Hable
Hebel.
finished the height. Anyway, so what you mean Fable 4? would
Yeah,
be a
Fable 4.
Scarlet game.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. And I think 2021. But man, I would love to see it.
Yeah, nice.
Even if it's not Fable, whatever they're working on,
Just bring it.
yeah. 'Cause
Yeah, it
they-
just looks good.
They like
That concept art has
created a whole
nice.
another part of the studio to be their like Playground's RPG studio. So
Oh,
like
yeah.
they've got the Forza dudes and then the RPG dudes. So no one knows exactly if it is Fable or not. Everyone
But it's
assumes
RPG.
it's so. But it's going to be an RPG either way, and it's
And
gonna
I'm
be
all about
fucking
RPG.
phenomenal.
Hella
Yeah.
tight.
The games, the worlds they make are just
Sick.
amazing. So,
Sick, sick,
yeah.
sick.
Top notch. Very
Bring
cool.
it.
What
Bring
about
that
you,
shit.
Kit? What is your suggestion?
My last one, I would love to see Dragon Age. I would love to see some Dragon Age.
You reckon
Like,
BioWare's coming back swinging?
I hope so, man. Like,
Nah.
they've had some flubs.
Yeah, flubs.
They need some good shit.
I just remember
They
how
keep saying
hyped
they're
you
gonna
guys were
fix
for Anthem. I can't believe it. I'm
made
sorry,
the
but
same
like,
notes.
I called it. But anyway,
Apparently they're
Look,
re-release like
yeah,
they're doing
re-releasing
like a
huge overhaul, and just like
Anthem
being like,
next
being
kinda
like
thing.
game mechanics changed, the freaking fort gone, like it's not a thing anymore. It's part of the open world, like all this stuff. So I'm like, once you fixed it,
if they
I'll get back
if
in.
they No Man's Sky that shit, I'll be so happy.
I'll be so
Yeah,
happy.
fair.
But I also think they should just like kill it and go back to Mass Effect or KOTOR. Just give me fuck.
calm
yeah,
down, bruh.
I could handle some
Let's
nice
talk
little
about
Republic.
Dragon Age now.
Yeah, I know Dragon Age, but that's
I'd
a
be
different
so
studio. But
happy
yeah,
You
if
can
we
play that
saw
online
Dragon
one,
Age.
but I guess you need to get a PC for that, right?
yeah.
That
The
is-
Old Republic.
Yeah. There's no way you can play it on a console, right? Of course not.
But Dragon Age. Yeah. And
Yeah.
they teased it at the last Game Awards.
Yeah, like it would be perfect.
It's almost-
like,
yeah.
Would that not be a good like? We
I-
teased it last time.
fully.
Another thing
this
that's
time,
like, I'm pretty sure
my
BioWare
bit.
have gone, you know what? This is coming in like 4 years.
yeah,
Because
like,
they've gone back to square one with so much shit because they
which
know
would-
they fucked up.
yeah,
with
which
everything.
would be fine. I want to know. And,
Show us
like,
that bald elf's mug.
Yeah, give me
and
that
let me punch it.
egg elf. Give it to me, and I'm gonna kick his little egg head in. I'm gonna crack that shit over my knees.
Dylan's like, I have no idea what you're
Yeah,
talking
I need
about.
to
You should really play.
It's a really
I've
good
got-
game.
I've got-
It's like one of my favorite games ever. Like
I've got
it's
Dragon
so
Age
good.
Inquisition. I played fucking KOTOR back in the day, 1 and 2. I didn't
KOTOR. Very fancy.
KOTOR, whatever.
I like KOTOR. I'll dig
KOTOR.
that. KOTOR.
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 Yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I bought Inquisition,
Inquisition.
played
is
it for a
so
little bit,
good.
and then I just other games popped up,
Yeah,
and I just
fair.
Yeah,
never
it's
finished it.
Play it. It's good.
I love
Great.
it.
Nah, I'm busy playing Half-Life again and again and again
Other
and
games
again.
popped up. Like,
It's Christmas.
It's
you know
Christmas
what game
time.
I'm gonna play?
It's Christmas game time.
Oh,
Easy.
shit.
That's my last one. Though.
Yeah, nice.
I'd love to see that, and I think thematically would be awesome.
Yeah, hell yeah.
that'd be sick.
Sick. Sick. Rah.
Well, I guess we can all look forward to the Game Awards, December 12th, with good old-fashioned biased Jeff Keighley,
Yeah, absolutely.
Papa. Anyway,
Papa.
If Death Stranding wins Game of the Year, I'm just gonna laugh at the
the internet's gonna implode.
It is,
Yeah.
and
I don't think it
I just
doesn't deserve it. Like
no,
so-
neither do I.
I agree.
Plus,
Although if you watch our spoiler cast, you might. That sounds like a bit of a
Look,
different opinion.
you're allowed to like critique things that you enjoy. That's okay.
we yelled
We
about
had a-
that game for so long.
We had a lot less to yell about when it comes to, Resident Evil 2 and Sekiro.
Sekiro,
Yeah,
does-
Sekiro.
Or even for like Jedi Fallen Order, but
which
that's
didn't
not
get
even
It's
a
not-
fucking
it's snub.
nomination.
Big
Fuck
reference.
you, Jeff.
Jeff.
Jeff, how could
As
you?
soon as I heard that Resident Evil 3 had nothing to do with it, remember that? Like,
Oh yeah.
how did it go down? What did we?
I was like, we were talking about just good things that we might hear at the Game Awards
the
and how
10
10
things.
things were unheard of. And you were like, oh, yeah, Papa Keighley, bringing it in. And then I sent in another quote that was like, Resident 3 is not and was never going to be a part of the Game Awards. And you're like, fuck.
I was like, fuck
Keighley.
Jeff
Fuck
Keighley, you
that guy.
fucking shill. You biased shill.
Oh, it's pretty good.
Anyway, you can tell that he's a divisive character. No, I
Absolutely.
like Jeff Keighley.
He's awesome.
He's pretty good, especially with all that like final hour stuff. But anyway, moving right on to the 25th anniversary of Sony PlayStation. 25 years of tears and joy and all sorts of good
And
shit
dreams.
and dreams.
And games.
And
Actually, Dreams only came out this year.
shit.
oh man, but yes, new times or old times. I don't even know where I'm going
New
with
and
that.
old times.
New and old times. Yep.
Our favorite things from
Yay!
the 25 years of PlayStation.
Number 7. All right. No.
Burger King, foot lettuce.
Burger King. Foot lettuce. All right. Who wants to kick us off on that? You guys go first because I got it.
I'll kick us off. And
Oh baby.
I'll kick us off on a PlayStation 1 memory,
Oh, yeah.
or just a thing. Demo discs. Demo discs were the shit. They were the fucking best. Thank you, Dylan.
How did I not even think of that?
And they were black, like all PlayStation 1 discs were black on the back, and it was just so weird because like CDs had
Yes!
always just been like, you know, shiny, clear,
Black.
whatever. Demo discs were sick, and I
Dude,
can't
I
remember.
played Tony Hawk so hard on demo disc. Like that's all.
Yeah,
I
right,
of the
sick.
game.
See, I didn't have a PS1, but my friends who live like
Yonkers away.
no, like 100 meters down the road. Like my house was
That's
at the end
Yonkers
of
for a kid.
was here, and there was like an intersection here, and they lived on the other end of that intersection, like down the road.
Yeah.
They had a PS1, and they must have got it like super early on, but they had all the demo discs. Like demo disc 1, I can't remember what was on it, but it was like such a classic
Yeah.
selection
I remember like
of PlayStation games.
I'm so glad you brought it up.
Yeah,
'cause
it's
it's
sick.
such a good point, dude. And I love how the black on the disc was like a form of copy protection
Yeah.
as well, so you could
Was
tell
it?
if the
Yeah,
game wasn't
yeah. Oh, for
virtual
sure.
burn or something.
Yeah.
But also like I remember this demo disc I had. I think it had Metal Gear Solid on it, and Crash Bandicoot 3, and a demo for Medieval. It was like
Mad.
prime.
yes.
And then it had like the music in the background, and I just listened to the music, and it also had game trailers on it. Those demo discs were
You know what-
fucking hype
And
as
did
shit.
they like come with Did like one demo disc come with the console? Like
I think yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And
it
you
did.
could get demo discs in like
magazines.
Magazines and stuff. I
cereal
remember-
boxes.
You can get
Yeah.
it with pizzas and shit sometimes
Yeah,
when they
that's
did
so
like
sick.
when
You
they
know which-
G'd up like promotions.
You know which other game I played over and over on demo disc? Sly Raccoon.
Really?
Yeah, like
Oh,
I could
yeah.
only had that demo and I would just play it over and over
PS2
again.
bloody demo disc right there.
Yeah, moving on to PS2, but still demo disc era. Like, bring that back.
Man,
Yeah.
demo discs
Bring
were
that
this
back.
shit.
What was the like?
Bring it back. Why?
back.
You can just
Bring
get
back
demos on the fucking
Bring it back.
Not
PlayStation
enough
store.
people make
No, bring it
demos
back.
though.
I want
but
it
yeah.
in disc form.
There's
Yeah.
a fair amount of demos on the Switch, I think, but like
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway,
what was that?
demo carts.
What was the
Yeah.
game where you like a ball rolling around?
Oh yes, I know
Yeah,
exactly what
like-
you're talking about.
I think I played that on PS1 or 2.
I
And
fucking bought it because I liked that puzzle game, and my mum liked that puzzle
Yeah.
game too. She, what's it?
Family bonding.
And I remember that like
damn,
there was like fruit and stuff, and it's like you would roll around,
Yeah.
like, and you would roll onto the other sides of it,
you are.
of this shape thing,
It's exactly the one I'm thinking of.
and you would bounce. And
Yeah,
you'd, like,
yeah.
yeah.
I know exactly.
Shit.
I had that game. It was something really random. Like the name was super unrelated to the ball. I think
I don't know, look it up.
you were a
but-
beach ball, weren't you?
Yeah,
And-
you're a beach ball. Yeah, it's like, fuck. All right, someone go onto theirs and I'll look this up.
Alright, Dylan, what's your best moment?
No, my brain is getting fucking wrecked by this ball game now. Man, I wish someone was watching the stream that could help us out with this shit.
I wish
No.
someone knew ball game.
Cooler World.
Cooler World.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, whatever.
It was PS1.
What did
so
you
yeah.
type to find that?
Beach ball game PS1.
Dude, that,
Cooler
that was
World,
the
yeah.
hype as shit. That
Yeah.
was the fucking... Oh, man.
Yeah,
It's
that was
pretty
I don't know if that was on a demo disc or I just played it
Totally
at a friend's
was.
house, but yeah,
Totally
I
was.
loved that. It was so cool.
That's why we bought Cooler World.
Yeah.
It's because we
Yeah.
played it on a demo disc and we're like, this is sick.
That's so awesome. Oh man. Well, there you go.
That's
Demo
that's
discs
prime. That's number
worked.
one. You've already won this.
Cut it. We can end
Boom.
it there.
Yeah, all right.
Finished.
No, that's my.
Thanks
that's
for
my
tuning
first
in to
one.
episode 27 of Spawn Respawn. All right, no. What was one of my favorite PlayStation moments? Okay, this is more of an infamous moment. This is like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, so this is like one of the moments where it's like, maybe PlayStation didn't get it just right, but it's still one of my favorite moments because I think they learnt from it. They learnt
I
pretty
think it was a
hard from
great
it.
moment.
But yeah, with the announcement of the PS3, and they were trying to, like the Xbox 360 had already come out.
Yes.
It had, in a way, asserted itself as being the next gen console. So they had to come out swinging. They had to have the most powerful console with this new revolutionary processor technology. But not only just that, they couldn't just stop at it being better at playing games. It also had to have a PS2 built into it so it could have backwards compatibility. It also had to have a memory stick duo system in there and an SD card reader and all this other shit. It had to have 5 USB ports in the back of it. It had to play Blu-rays, and it was this giant, chunky fucking thing.
Dude, it was
Yes,
thick boy. I
it was a thick boy.
think I still got mine.
So wait, did you have an original
I
one?
think so. Maybe. I'll find out.
Was that the one that had like the PS2 part in it?
I really don't know. I'll find out.
I had the PS3 Slim.
We had a couple of them.
I think we had a
so
slim as well.
it might have gone in the bin at some point.
I've still
But
got
even
my
then,
Slim.
like
I love that shit.
they like kept the shape, but even before they made the slim, and they like just got rid of the
PS2
ability to
And they
be
changed
backwards
the font.
compatible.
all those fucking SD card
Halfway
slots
through.
and
Yeah.
shit in it.
They
The
had like that
Spider-Man
Spider-Man
font.
font, and then
Yeah.
they changed it.
Yeah.
Like,
Sony owns that font.
They must, yeah.
Well,
Anyway,
they
your
do.
moment
Anyway,
was
the moment was the infamous moment was $599. Like
like the whole crowd.
when the crowd gasps and everyone's like, "What the fuck?" That's
How much was that when it came out here? Like $900 or something.
some like
It was
close to
huge.
$1,000,
Yeah.
right? Now in this, like hearing $599, like that doesn't mean much to an Australian. Who's like, when the Xbox One X came out, it was like $600 or
Like
$650.
yeah.
When
Yeah.
I bought my PlayStation, clearly it was over $500.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
with all your bells and whistles
Yeah.
and all that. But yeah, but point being that like $599 is unheard of for like the console market in
Yeah.
the States, right? So that was just such a meme. Was it Shuhei Yoshida or something like that who said that, or was it?
Was it? I don't know.
I think it was one of the Japanese dudes who did it.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's something,
Why
and
would
everyone was like,
they-
"What the fuck?" So, yeah, that was one of my favorite moments of PlayStation.
Seeing Sony suffer.
Yeah, but they learned their lesson.
Sometimes it has to happen.
PS4 came out. It was, I mean, cheaper than the Xbox One.
Yeah.
Xbox
The
One.
Xbox One, yeah.
To the point where it kind of dominated the
What was
console.
the Guinness
race
record
for
they
that
just got?
year-
Like best
generation.
best console or whatever.
Most
Best
Fastest selling console, or was it like most
Bestest-
consoles
most
sold?
consoles sold.
Was it? I thought it was like more of a blanket for like all of their generations. Been like,
I don't know.
Yeah, I thought it was like most consoles sold in general, like
Oh,
not
ever.
just PS4, like all generations.
It was a Guinness Book of Records, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
That's
sick.
pretty,
Damn.
pretty cool.
Because I think the
Good
Switch
moment.
is the fastest
Fuck yeah.
selling console, but I could
Yeah,
be wrong.
Switch is fastest selling for sure. I remember
Yeah.
seeing a graph where it went along the time, and it played it in real time how
I
fast
love
things were
those.
selling and dropping, and then
Yeah.
Switch was just like, Zoom! and just
Yeah.
left everything behind.
Yeah, fuck.
Pretty good.
That's awesome, though. But, yeah, so that was mine.
I love
Did
it.
you already do yours?
I haven't done one. Let me pop it in.
Let's see it.
One of my favorite PlayStation moments is the entirety of the God of War, like the new God of War, like it's coming into existence in the gameplay reveal, and when everyone in that theater was like, they went nuts, and then the game came out, and it being absolutely amazing all the way through to the Raising Kratos documentary, which is fantastic, and anyone who's even slightly interested should watch it. Like,
And
it's
play
so
that
good.
game.
And play that game. I didn't think I'd be
good.
emotional over like a documentary, but I was like, oh my gosh,
No.
they work so hard. So I just like, I just love that the whole arc,
Yeah.
God of War's arc, as they've created this new installment.
Nice.
Amazing.
And changed it so
Yeah,
much. Like,
like-
Kratos was the like most one-dimensional protagonist ever, and God of War 1 and 2 I loved. Like, they were a couple of my favorite PlayStation 2 games.
Yeah.
I didn't really like God of War 3 that much, but I don't think I gave it enough chance. But it was never a protagonist that had like anything to him besides just like slaughtering gods
Just whacking.
and killing everyone and
Beat
banging
him up and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, those sex minigames.
and they
were
just
so funny.
changed
Bang.
everything about him. And I don't know how. I have no idea how that's possible. Like,
Yeah, and it, like,
Reinvented
it was
him in a way.
so
Yeah.
well received. Like, and obviously at the start when it was first announced, and you could see how different it was. Like, it was Nordic themed, and everyone was like, oh, like very concerned. And it turned out to be so good.
Yeah.
Like, the
and
chance.
he had a beard.
Yeah, like everything about it is amazing, the whole game. But the chances that you take something that everyone loves and then change it so drastically, and everyone's like, I love it, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
slim AF.
I don't
Yeah.
even know if that's like been done before. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, it's like when they
Such
tried to
change.
turn Sonic into a 3D like game and it just failed, you know,
Remember
like
that game where he like has a fucking human girlfriend or some
yeah,
shit like that, and they
yes,
kiss.
it's like Final Fantasy.
No
pretty
way,
much.
that's disgusting.
It's so weird. Like
Fucking
so
Sonic.
many other properties have attempted to do that reimagining and failed. Like that whole Legend of Spyro thing.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you know,
True.
failed with their whole
trying to think.
reimagining of a beloved character.
I don't think it evolved like that.
I can't
Nothing's
think of
evolved
anything.
so much.
yeah.
like they
To be game of the year as well, and
Exactly.
like to have such an impact, right?
Well, like they remade Tomb Raider, and they were like, "Oh, we're
Sure.
gonna give her
Yeah.
a new life,
Yeah.
new story,
And they
that
gave
sort
her
of stuff."
non-polygonal titties as well.
Exactly.
They took
But
those
it's
triangle
like-
pointies away.
It's
that-
nowhere near the
it's-
same like
No.
difference.
like she's still
I feel like they were going for that level, but they
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
executed it a hell of a lot better with God of War.
yeah. I think the
also you can't
difference.
change too much in the like.
She was still like
You could, but they didn't.
a very
Yeah.
similar character, Lara.
Yeah. Like she's
She's still
You do the same things in the same settings because they always change the setting anyway. You know, so you're completing the same task. They've just changed the gameplay
Yeah.
a little bit, changed her backstory, made her younger and less confident. But
Yeah.
Okay,
completely
so
different to
are
what
you
they
saying
did
that if
before.
they remade Tomb Raider,
Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider.
they remade Tomb Raider and gave her a son, and you had to like get the fucking son around and like
I think
I
that
think
would
the
do it.
difference would be if like
It's
in
just
the
about the kid,
previous
right?
Tomb Raiders that all she did was just like massacre people like
and animals.
Yeah, I
and-
guess you're
and-
right. There
and
was
gods
kind of
and,
like
like-
some real weird stories there anyway. and,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
So,
But I think like that is a good like reimagining of a character. I think they did a great job with Lara,
Yeah.
but it's not such a
yeah,
turnaround
not the depth
from like
of God of War. is.
just a brutal murderous god to a father
Yeah.
and like it's
It's just like
Yeah,
the
fair.
whole thing is amazing, and I
Cory Barlog.
nailed
Still
it.
need to finish God of War. Oh my
Dude.
God. I know.
Oh.
Should have done that on my leave.
Eh.
Honestly, oh,
It's
well.
not heaps long. Like it's
Unless you do all the side stuff.
yeah, but even
But
then,
you know
like,
I'm not gonna do
the
that
only
stuff.
thing I didn't do is the Valkyries, and like it's not heaps long.
It's not the longest.
real good, though.
But dude, I'd love to see God of War 2.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That's next gen for sure.
Yeah, but like,
That'd be
dude,
fucking
that
crazy.
arc fantastic. Like
Yeah.
that's minty.
Yeah.
That's next level shit.
I like
Nice.
it.
Like people are comparing games that are coming out now to God of War, and they probably will be for a while.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
So
And absolutely.
What
one of
about
the
your
greatest
next one,
games.
Elliot?
My second one was a bit more like of a personal experience.
So's mine.
so's mine.
Just like,
Ah!
there we go.
Bitches, get out of my head.
Motherfucker. Motherfucking. No, my second one is playing Gran Turismo 3 on the PS2. So when one of the first places I moved out to when I was like moved out of home proper when I was like 18, living with my mate, and we had a PS2 and we played a lot of San Andreas and a lot of Most Wanted, but also a lot of Gran Turismo 3, and it kind of kindled my love for racing games like properly. Like I'd played like Need for Speeds and everything, but I like never really knew the complexity of like simulation and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like I would get up in the morning and like just sit there and play in manual, because like I was trying to teach myself how to play manual like Gran Turismo, and I just like played until I was like really good at like driving manual in a simulation game, and like found all the cars that I really liked, and like it fully sparked a love of racing games like completely, and it was so awesome. It was just like such a memorable like game moment,
Yeah.
friendship, like it was sick. So yeah.
Love it.
Yeah,
cool, man.
Very
Gran
nice.
Turismo 3, great game, insanely like obsessive about playing that game when I had it. So yeah, that's my number 2. Pretty short and
Nice.
sweet, great
Nice.
game.
Hell yeah, dog.
Hell yeah.
And now I play all racing games manual.
I would want to
'cause
see
I
what like,
can't not.
the new like Gran Turismo would be on next gen shit. Like I thought
Yeah.
it was impressive when it came out with the PS3 stuff.
Yeah.
Is that Gran Turismo 4?
4
Yeah, I think
prologue?
so.
I don't know.
Is
But
5 out?
5, no. 6 is out or something? I don't know. I haven't played
yeah.
them since
Neither.
Forza 5 pretty much.
The only
took
one I
over.
actually played was on the PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
I think it was either I think it was Gran Turismo, right?
Yeah.
I think I
either
played
one
Gran
or 2.
Turismo with my PlayStation 3, so I played that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
Because
then, that
Prologue
was like-
came out and it was like a half a game.
Yeah.
And then
It was like Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes.
yeah.
Like of racing
Yeah.
games.
I just, it's kind of taken a backseat to Forza, and I know a lot of people may disagree with that, but like
For
Forza,
you it has. In
well,
your
yeah,
heart.
in
Yeah.
my heart, but like Forza, I think like Turn 10 has done more to push like not so much the genre, but just like that competition like didn't used to be like so like competitive. Like when Forza 1 came out, GT was so much like better and more
Yeah.
advanced, and now Forza 7 has come out, and Gran Turismo is like there's massive gaps between some of their games, and I think it was Gran Turismo 6 was the newest one, and I personally don't think it like held a candle to Forza
Dude, I
Motorsport
thought you were
7.
going to say held a candle.
Yeah, to Forza Motorsport 7, which had like 700 cars and like shitloads of tracks, and it was just like a phenomenal game. GT was not quite
Yeah.
at that level, even though it looks stunning. But I also don't think the lighting is as good in the GT series as it is in Forza. But yeah, I
Hot
digress.
balls.
It's
at
not
you.
about Xbox.
Look at you picking nits.
Oh,
No.
well, you know, it's
Nah.
it's racing. You know,
The way it goes.
That is pod racing.
that is fucking pod racing.
All right.
So
So
yeah, that's me.
speaking of personal PlayStation moments,
Please.
my one that I would love to share is definitely when I won a free freaking PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
I
That's
was-
sick.
It was the sickest thing, right? So I went to EB Expo in Sydney. I can't remember what year it was. It was the year before the PlayStation 4 came out. So
Oh wow.
yeah, so this was like the expo where they were showing off all the next gen stuff. We
Yeah.
went and this was before they came out. We got to get in there and play. What was it? Also, hey Jono, thanks for jumping in. What'd you say?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very true. Very true.
Damn right.
So this was the EB Expo where everyone went and got to try out the Xbox One X. We got to try out not One X, the Xbox One and the PS4. And
Yeah,
then
cool.
I went there with a few people from work at the time, and we were late to this like presentation where they were showing off some of the new PlayStation games and like getting everyone hyped for PS4. And when we were late, we sort of snuck into the back. We were in these like bleacher things that were at the back where everyone else was in these chairs at the front. So we're like, okay, we'll watch from back here. So at the end, they had these T-shirt guns and they were shooting out shirts, right? And it was like, wow, this is pretty cool.
Maud Flanders. Flashbacks.
Exactly,
Yeah.
right? So luckily, no one was hurt or killed. But yeah, my love of Xbox was killed. That's what happened.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, because you got a free PlayStation.
Anyway, so they were shooting out shirts, and one of them had a PS4 band on it, and all of them were like the shirts were wrapped in something, right? So anyway, they shot him out. This guy, whoever shot it, just like freaking arced it hardcore because it just goes right to the back of the room and lands on the chair basically in front of me. So me and my friend Sam that were there, we like sort of got up there and I sort of picked it up and was like, oh, cool. And I saw it had a PS4 band on it. Didn't think anything of it at the time.
You were like advertising for their new console.
Yeah,
Of course.
I thought everyone must have the PS4 band, right? Everyone must. But anyway, it was just weird that like it shot and it landed at a chair in front of us and we're like, oh, I'll take that. Cool, yeah. And then the guy on stage, old mate, this like I don't know who it was. He must have been some marketing guy or whatever. But he was just like, the person who got the PS4 band, come up on stage.
Did they have to
no
wait so
fucking
long for you to
way.
walk all the way
Yeah.
down? Or?
That's true, but I didn't register it. I didn't even it didn't come into my mind. I was still sitting there looking around like, oh yeah, you got that. And then basically Sam was like smacking me on the shoulder and go you idiot, go get up there. And I was like, what? So yeah, I went up on stage.
That's so
There's like a
sick.
photo of me up there shaking hands. Like I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
You're like,
this is crazy, man. I'm like, and like up there and it's ridiculous. So yeah, and they were like, yeah, cool. Give us your details, and we'll send you a PlayStation.
So you got it like on launch.
I got it a day before launch.
Whoa,
Nice. Big
that's
dick. You're the
big
coolest dude around, man,
I
for
like-
one day.
For one day, yeah. And
That's
like,
rad.
and they were like, here's the thing though. So they sent it to me, and they're like, you're gonna get a copy of Infamous Second Son, because at the time that was a launch title. So when the promotion, like when I got in touch with them and the promotions lady called me, it had been announced that it was released. Like, yep, cool, we've got your PlayStation console. And you'll get sent Second Son when that comes out as well. And I was like, so I'm gonna get the PlayStation
With nothing on
With
it.
nothing.
without a game. And
Rip.
and she's like, yeah. And I was like, can you send me a game? And she was like, all right. So they sent me.
Sick.
They sent me Shadow. What was it? Killzone Shadowfall.
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Trash game. But anyway,
At least you could play it.
it was really pretty. Yeah.
Otherwise, you
Yeah.
could just hang out in the menu. Ding, ding, ding.
Get my ding dings on. That's for sure. But
Download some
yeah. So I was
themes.
like, can you send me a game? Because like,
Kind of useless.
yeah.
Nah, pop
Yeah.
a disc in.
No, she
Watch something.
And you're like, yeah, righto, mate. We'll send you a game. So yeah, Killzone. It was cool.
Very
and then
cool.
Eventually, when Second Son did come out, they sent me that too.
was that good?
Nice.
It was great.
Yeah.
Infamous Second Son was fantastic.
Did you play the other Infamous?
I did.
Infamous?
I didn't play Infamous 2. I played Infamous 1, finished it. I really liked it at the time.
Because Second Son was a different protagonist.
It was.
Yeah,
But it was
yeah.
way better.
Yeah,
because
sick.
you could copy people's powers.
Yes.
So you
Yeah.
could swap between these different powers at will, and it was really cool.
Man.
But yeah, I just feel like that game's never talked about these days.
No, it
Rip.
was Sucker Punch.
Yeah,
Who were doing
absolutely.
Ghost of
There was one
Tsushima.
power where it was like you could become like this. It's like almost like becoming one with technology in a way. You could like travel through screens, and you could like fly, and you had these like
Yeah.
big video wings on,
What?
and you could like launch these like digital swords at people as well. It was nuts.
Okay.
And then you could have like smoke powers
be a
where you could
digital
like
boy.
just basically teleport and you can like fly and stuff like that. It was really cool. And they had a speed power. Like I think that was the video one. Anyway, there's one power where you can like basically have like the flash shit. It was really cool.
Huh.
Very
But yeah,
cool.
that was one of my favorite PlayStation moments because I didn't have to pay a cent and I took all the money I was saving for PlayStation 4 and I bought an Xbox.
Love that.
That's
Yeah.
actually real cool.
Yeah, and then I sold the Xbox because it was
Best of
shit
both
at the time.
And then you got a PlayStation 4 Pro.
Yeah, now because
Now,
that one
yeah.
that they sent me like
Died.
kind of did what yours did.
Spat out the disc.
Right.
Piece of shit.
Spat out the disc. I fixed that, but then yeah, the video out kind of got fucked up.
Did it really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
right.
still got it, and I have to like jiggle the HDMI cable.
Oh, is that the one that's sitting out?
Yeah,
I-
that's the one with all my good shit on it. The one with PT on it, which makes it.
Oh no!
Makes it more valuable. But yeah.
Gotta rip that hard drive out.
Like, you can remote play PT from this old.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea. I'm gonna have to do that. But yeah, that was my moment.
That's cool.
Dang.
What about
Very
you?
cool.
Do you have another PlayStation moment?
Yeah, mine's a little personal moment.
Oh.
Mine is Spider-Man 2, right?
On
Dank
PS1?
game. Yeah.
Oh.
PS1 or PS2?
PS1.
PS1.
Oh, wait. Spider-Man 2 is in the movie version of Spider-Man 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, wait.
I think that's PS2.
That is definitely PS2.
Yeah.
No.
'Cause do you mean
no.
like...
I just mean Spider-Man 2.
Cool.
The,
cool,
the
cool,
game
cool. Yeah.
2.
On PS1 then.
Yes, absolutely.
Perfect. I know
Oh,
exactly
so
the
not
one you're talking about.
the game
Yeah.
from Spider-Man
Kind of shitty looking, but
The one where you like web swing into the sky.
yeah.
That's on PS2,
Oh my
isn't
God.
it?
No.
I swear that's on PS2.
No. The movie tie-in version of Spider-Man 2.
Yeah,
is on
isn't that the one
PS2.
where you web sling into the sky?
I guess technically,
I mean,
but that's
you
where you're
always web swing
in
into
the
the
city, right? You're in
Yeah.
the city and you're swinging around. Like, this is not that.
No.
This is like you look
Ah.
from the distance and it's just fog and smoke and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
like-
for sure. Right.
To be fair though, like Spider-Man 2 game, all
even
of the
older than
Spider-Man games is what I want to talk about. But Spider-Man 2 was so good.
So that's the wrong one, right?
Yeah, that's the wrong one, I think.
Type in PS1 at the top.
PS1, you're right. But anyways, all of the Spider-Man games, I really like Spider-Man 2. Because, I don't know, I just like getting the suits, like crawling around on the walls. There was like that one like inverted suit
Yeah.
kind of thing with the blue, and I was just like, no.
So not only did that start like that mad craze of changing out all your different suits, you got
Garbage.
different. You got,
I loved it.
yeah, you got different powers with the suits as well.
Yes!
And better
Oh,
yet,
yeah.
you could also change to different webs. You'd get like electric webs, or you could get like I
Yes!
think fire
Wow.
webs.
Oh,
maybe.
it
What?
was so
You
good.
could like change all that shit. And there was one that was like,
The city, like the floor, was
future-
just fog. Like
Yeah.
all it was buildings coming out of the fog.
Yeah.
I loved
and you'd
it.
go into buildings as well and stuff.
Right.
And it had fights with like Rhino and like
Yeah.
Electro. And all this
Enter
shit.
Electro
Really
is the
like
game.
Mysterio.
That's
Yeah,
what it's
yeah,
called.
that's definitely the one.
No shit. I've
Really good.
never heard about that.
It was
It was
so
so
good.
But
Oh, it's
the
Vicarious
Spider-Man
Visions.
games,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
full on.
Spider-Man games as a whole, because like I have 3 siblings and we all played them. Mostly my younger siblings and I. And like even with the movie tie-in one, there's like if we're in about and we hear someone say, "Geez," we're like, "Geez, Louise, always something in this town."
Yeah.
We just like start on like a chain of like
Of Spider-Man quotes.
Spider-Man quotes, "My balloon," like all this random shit. So like those Spider-Man games, but especially Spider-Man 2 because I just loved all of it. Like
I think in the menu of that game, one thing I'd do all the time is like when you select kid mode, it would always be like kid mode or some shit like that.
And they had like the cheats where you could be like, boom,
Big head,
giant
yeah.
head.
Yeah.
Oh, good game.
Yeah,
Loved
fully.
it. Everything about
That's
it.
crazy.
Like,
That's oh man.
it
That's-
just like it's like epitomizes all the things of like the nostalgic things that I love from like PlayStation games. So, like the cheat codes that are built into the
I
game.
still
Like,
remember a fucking cheat code for Need for Speed Hot Pursuit.
what is it?
It's spoiled. Is like you type in the word
Oh.
spoiled
Yeah.
and you get like unlimited money
Riches.
or some bullshit, you know,
Riches.
like.
I
But
thought you
I
meant,
don't
like,
know
an
why.
actual button combination of cheats.
No, like you go into the cheat thing. It's like enter
And
cheat.
it
It's like
enters, yeah.
spoiled.
People who were like, they were
don't
like the
know
Jedi grandmasters of like
Oh.
gaming, were the people who remembered all of the GTA cheats.
I was
by
gonna
heart.
say
Yeah.
I
Like-
used to know like the San
like,
Andreas ones, yeah, like
Yeah.
because we used to like
Smash that game.
we finished the game and then all we do was just activate cheats and like fly around
Yeah.
and Harry jets and
Jetpack
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like
But now I can't remember them for the
nostalgia
life of me,
shit. I'm
but
all about
yeah.
it. And like
Fuck
being
yeah.
able to share that with my siblings and just like
Yeah.
quote crap.
That's
Love it.
sick.
That's awesome.
Did you play the new Spider-Man game that came out in
Yeah,
2017?
yeah.
2018, sorry.
Yeah, I got that shit.
Yeah.
Hell
It's in my room.
Yeah.
That game is amazing.
I haven't
It's
played it.
Finish
also
that
got a
shit.
bunch
Do
of
you want You've got other games to
I
play probably.
didn't
Yeah,
finish
I
it because
do
I
wanna
started
play it
doing
at
all the
some
side
point.
quests. I think I'm like
Dude.
right at that last.
It was really good. The ending
I haven't
and the
finished
final
it yet.
boss and all that. I was really
I
impressed.
think I'm like
The-
right near the end. Like I'm right at those final, like that final moment. But I was just like, time to do side quests, and then I just got completely sidetracked. Other things came out, and I just haven't gone back. But I really enjoy it. I love all the suits, but I can't stop wearing that one with the white outlines, like the default one that you come with, and he's got like
Right.
the white fingers and stuff. I love it.
I like that one that you can unlock where it's just like literally Peter Parker, like in his undies.
What?
Yeah, he's got this little Spider-Man briefs
Also,
on.
really cool because they kept like adding new skins and stuff with like the movies and things.
Yeah, yeah.
And there was
Really
that comic book one or like the
Yeah.
there's a few different ones where it like made
They
him
did like a Sam
change his
Raimi
shape
one
up.
as well.
Did they?
Yeah, yeah.
That's so sick.
Yeah.
Very good game. Really
The noir
enjoyed it.
one?
Spider-Man as a whole, like all of their games have been top.
I think of. Oh no, the only Spider-Man game I've ever played properly is Shattered Dimensions, and it was insanely good.
Like-
and no one ever talks about it, but it was so good. It had like
The
the
noir
normal,
split, like
yeah, it had like noir. Was it noir?
the future one, the noir
2099.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
noir one, the normal like Amazing Spider-Man, and something else, and it was so sick, and it was
Yeah.
like a linear action game, like it had levels, and that game was
Yeah, I
so
remember
much
that,
fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
All Spider-Man games are so good.
Oh,
Spider-Man.
don't say that.
All Spider-Man
No,
games
not
are
all of
so
them.
People probably think
What's that one
Shattered
with the
Dimensions
QuickTime
is
games?
dog
Oh,
shit,
the Amazing Spider-Man games, like based off the movies.
though. Oh yeah.
They're apparently they're trash.
Look, I didn't play them, so all
Exactly.
Spider-Man games are good.
And the one
All
where it's just like,
Spider-Man
have you seen
games
that
are
meme?
good.
Spider-Man games!
Have you seen the meme where it's just like that QuickTime event that if you fuck it up, it's hilarious. It's like Peter Parker, Spider-Man's trying to swing in and save this like scientist who's like trapped in this burning building or something. And if you miss the QuickTime event, Spider-Man swings in and goes doosh and just like smacks like, into the ground. And then it cuts to a close-up of the scientist. Is like, oh my god! And then and the whole room explodes. So my point being, you can't say every Spider-Man game.
Every Spider-Man.
That sounds pretty fucking
that's
awesome
pretty good,
to me.
man. Like,
Dude, I don't
I'm
know if
about
like
that.
all this bad shit about the game, and then suddenly like that one little good QTE that if you weren't trash at the game, you wouldn't even see it. What's that?
JMH says something.
Oh,
There's probably one just called Spider-Man from 2012.
22.
come out and
Spider-Man.
play. Yay!
I do remember that.
What was that
Come
one?
out
Spider
and
Wars.
play, yeah.
That's like a Warriors
That's a
reference.
Warriors, yeah.
Yeah.
I have
Anyways,
not,
that was my
I have not played that one.
last moment.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
Very personal.
You know what else PlayStation did do that was really good though? Inserted themselves perfectly into like the vaporwave / streetwear scene. I know they're two different,
With the
completely different
shoes,
things,
or
but
the-
they like, yeah, they're a lot of streetwear stuff has the PlayStation logo on it. It's just like
Oh, yeah.
perfectly nostalgic enough to be featured on there, and I'm just like, I'll
Yeah,
wear
that's
your
a good
stuff.
point.
Okay.
I'll wear your shit. Give me
Yeah.
it. Give me it. Give me
All
that.
of that Japanese logo shit. with,
Yeah,
the
like,
PlayStation stuff on it. Yeah.
Just give me that.
And
shit.
their shoe collabs are pretty insane as well.
Yeah, like I'm about it.
Some of the Nike stuff they've done is like pre-hype.
Hype.
Yeah, I'd wear it, but I don't have the money for it. So whatever.
Neither.
Yeah.
But I like it.
Yeah. Well, I think that's it, right?
Sensational.
How many PlayStation moments that they want to mention? No, we're
No.
good.
PlayStation's
Beautiful.
existence. Good idea.
Hell yeah!
Oh yeah.
It's a neat little episode. I'm glad we got back into live streaming. Hopefully
Yes.
we can keep it
Thanks
up.
for joining
If it
us,
works.
people.
Yeah.
It looks like it. Yeah, it's working tonight.
Look, it's working today, so we'll
Yeah.
see how it keeps going.
Hell yeah. Yeah,
Touch
touching wood right now. Yeah, thank you so much for tuning in and checking out our live stream of episode 27 of Spawn Respawn. We looked at our favorite PlayStation moments. We looked at what's coming for the future of... we at our predictions
What we want for the
Game
future.
Awards. That's true. That is very true.
Big dreams.
So, with all that out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it on up. So, my name is Dylan Smith, and you can find me on Twitter at CitizenSmith14.
Double
double plugger.
Mm-hmm.
Double plugged.
Someone going to take over?
It's you, cat.
Oh, me?
You always go for me.
Look, I was just busy
I just
bullying
wanted
you,
to
man.
say the word double plugger.
You were going like this. So I thought you wanted Elliot to do it, man. You just...
No, I was winking.
Oh, sorry. I can't see that side of your face from the way it's set up, man. Like...
You can look at the screen, but or you can finish your fucking
Okay.
name. So-
Anyways, my name is Cat. You can find me at CapCatty on Twitter.
And I'm Elliot. You can find me on Twitter at Direct Gaming, YouTube.com/Direct Gaming as well. My review for The Outer Worlds comes out in 45 minutes, so go subscribe
Dang.
and watch it and share it and whatnot.
And thank you, JMH, for jumping in at the last second.
Go PlayStation.
Hopefully, this should process fairly soon, and you can watch it from the
watch
beginning.
VOD. Thanks
That's
for joining
it.
us, though.
Yeah.
Bodied up.
All right,
Everybody.
guys, that is all from Spawn Respawn, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. So, for now, peace.
Bye.
Bye.